hello. I'm on time-ish this time around. I guess, right? Like a minute. That's within the range, right? There's a range that we're allowed to be in here. But what's up, everybody, though? Damn, wait, what were you guys doing in the chat, like, earlier on? Hang on, what? What were you guys yapping about while we were waiting? Oh, it was farming XP for the leaderboards. Oh my goodness. Also, what's up, Imperial Jade, over on Twitch as well? Let me also bump up audio. So, Orpheus, huh? Orpheus and Magus, huh? Or sorry, so Orphie and Magus, huh? But I'm gonna be right back because I still need to go and get something to drink. Hopefully you all have something to drink with you too. If not, go and get one right now. But hello everybody though, what's up Matt, B, Nova, Weebeneed, Goofer, Purple Toro, Andra, Raichi, Shadow, Polytotos, Poker, Riding GRN, Yuki, what's up? Once again, King EOS as well over on Twitch. I know of who was revealed, of course. I have not seen anything, I haven't looked at anything. We're gonna look at it right now. Is surprised by Orphie? All things considered, her placement implies that they think... so, I mean... Again, we'll talk about it now, but... You know, Orpheus second? Seed first? Really? You know, normally the big hitter, the popular one is shown off first, and I mean... I guess, sure. Maybe, at least in terms of their opinion, they think that Seed is the one. Well, I guess before the reveal, I feel like Seed was the one that everybody was more excited about, but maybe after the reveal, maybe now it's Orpheus. I am curious to see if we're gonna get another like fancy animation for Orpheus, similar to Seed. So, I mean, we saw a lot with Seed, right? We saw the feet in Seed. What's gonna be shown off for Orpheus, right? That's my question. What fetish are we gonna get to experience now in Orpheus's video? Now the question, I will say, importantly, no Manato, which is a good thing, I guess, for those of you that have been hoping for him to be a S rank. Or he could be A rank for 2.3. You never know. But let me make sure I've got everything set up over here as well. Where is why is... Oh, there it is. Let me make sure I'm actually capturing the screen here. But, I mean, yeah, you can see it there already. Also, shout out, I didn't even realize they put out a little video for Haramas's birthday. But, let's quickly pause this. So, again, I've not seen anything. I've not seed anything either. I'm hoping that it's something cool. But let's see. Give me a large man as an S rank. That's, I mean, like I said, Kamano Monato, whenever they do decide to drop him.
Soldier Orphie reporting for duty.
Wait a minute. Where's the feet, though? Or where's the special animation?
Me? I'm her captain, Magus.
If I mess up on the battlefield, please blame...
Hey guys, we heard you like attackers, by the way, so... Actually, what did I say the other day? You know, they were releasing Miyabi, Yanagi, and you know, they're giving away all of these different anomaly characters, and I was like, something's fishy. Why are they throwing away, why are they giving us so many anomaly characters, right? Something's up. It screams of the thing where, like, you know, when you see the businesses, like, what's it, insider trading, when they know that the anomaly stonks are gonna crash, they're like, quick, sell all our anomaly stonks, quick. But damn, it really is now an image of, what is it? Oh, some of you will know this meme image where it's like somebody at an airport with like all the little baby kids on leashes, right? That's Trigger. Trigger is the mother leashing together, holding together Obel Squad by their chains, all of the different attackers. But also, yeah, like,
Captain Magus for failing to instruct me.
Hey, watch it!
Soldier Orphie reporting for duty.
where's special animation,
I'm
man?
a Captain Magus.
Why doesn't Orphie get the
I
fancy
mess
animation,
up on
huh?
the battle.
Like, I feel, if anything, I feel like Orphie deserves the special animation more, right? Well, especially because of what they did with Seed, right? She has so much more to show off. She has like the big tail, and you want to see how that's all right. But Seed is just like, oh, she's on a little scooter. Like, okay. That's again, whoopsie. I feel, especially now in hindsight, I feel like it's weird that really Seed is the headliner for this, not Orphie. Maybe I'm just, my perception is wrong, but I felt like Orphie was the one that was a lot more hyped up, right? Yes, I know Seed was in the big mech thing, but like, especially now after that, like, maybe I think in Hoyoverse's mind, they thought that the reveal of Seed, you know, being, or, you know, actually Seed herself, the little girl, maybe that was the big reveal that they were like, ooh, this is gonna win everybody over. And like I said yesterday, for everybody that says that Seed is like, blah, blah, I think, you know, there's many more that will be more than willing to pull for Seed. But I mean,
Field. Please blame Captain Magus for failing to instruct me.
Hey, watch it!
I do
reporting
like
for duty.
the Orpheus and Magus little dynamic that have. It's like the, what's it,
If I
the
mess up on
Venom
the battlefield,
type of thing going on, right?
Please blame Captain Magus for failing to instruct.
Let's also have a look and see. What did the other voice actor sound like? Oh, shout out to Jufufu. What a sight to see when we first search it up.
Orpheus, 到着であります。
そして私が隊長の鬼火だ。
Ooh, I like that. Also, can I just say, I'm glad that, I don't know if they did it on purpose, but I'm glad that as opposed to, you know, previously with like Yusa and Kama, this is Orpheus and Magus. Like they putting a highlight on Magus as well, which is pretty cool. But yeah, damn, another attack, and I assume she's fire, right? Or what was she? Yeah, fire attacker. Soldier 11. Oh, this is like directly overlapping Soldier 11 and Soldier Anby now. Both of them attackers, fire and electric. Yes, I know. But Soldier 11's actually part of Silver Squad. They're both part of the new Area 2 Defense Force. Same thing. But man, Soldier 11, poor soldiers, right? The clones. But yeah, so who do we, when we go on a date, do you think we go on a date with Orpheus, or do you think we go on a date in Magus? Who's the third wheel here? Or are we the third wheel between these two here? And yes, the kanji there is Ghostfire, which is Magus. So that's Orpheus and Ghostfire. Or not really Ghost. Is it Ghost? It's like Demon Fire, but oh no, it is Ghost. Yeah. Oni is a different one. We're definitely the third wheel, yeah. I'm a bit sad that, you know, that Orpheus and Magus don't get their little special animation as well. But I mean, it's okay. It does feel like they're really putting all their eggs in the seed basket though. But that's why I'm thinking, like, maybe in my head, like this right here, what we see here, all of this, and this as well. Like, I'm assuming this looks like it's an in-game thing, right? This part at least looks like in-game. That first bit, it looks like her ultimate animation, right? So I'm assuming they're just like reusing. This isn't like a special thing. They're just reusing.
僕
What's it
は
called?
ヤヌスクの人
Animations,
様だよ
right?
やっ
But that begs the question: why didn't they do that for Orpheus as well? You know?
ポンプ
Because here's the thing. If you know, you know. But odds are, shortly after drip marketing stuff like that, right? There's gonna be leaks of their animations anyway, right? So why not beat them to the punch and just reveal a tease at least of the animations yourself? Every single time that a character is revealed, like moments later, oh, by the way, there's all the animations and stuff like that. Like, clearly, if they're doing it here with Seed, like, why not just do it with everything else, right? You thought they were gonna change the drip marketing for everyone? Like that's the thing. Like, they absolutely can. Assuming that, you know, this first little bit of Seed's thing here is her ultimate animation and like her actual in-game attack. Because like, this is very much in-game models and stuff like that. What's stopping them from doing the same for Orpheus? Maybe I guess for Seed it's specific because this POV thing is so special. But at least you can show like the ultimate animation, right? But I guess like, put it like this. Imagine if they did this for other characters, like say Yuzuha, right? Okay, that first little snippet of the clip could be her animation in the ultimate, but then showing the actual attack, it would look weird, right? Like, this isn't the animation of the ultimate, this is the actual attack going off, right? Some people's attacks don't really fit in a, you know, vertical promotional video type of thing, right?
僕はヤヌスクの人様だよ
They also wanted to show the Seed's cough muscles jiggle,
隊
yeah.
長
Yeah, Seed does not have any jiggle physics up here at the top. She's got jiggle physics down there at the bottom though, for real though. But of course, I mean, like I said,
オルペス
if anything, I'm glad that Orpheus is second half. One thing, I'm kind of sad because it's second half, that means maybe she's not as hyped up. I still hope that they, you know, put effort into Seed, Orpheus and Magnus' story, and I still hope that, you know, her agent story is fun and everything. But personally for me, hey, I have a full patch now to save. I can save during Alice's banner, I can save during Seed's banner. And then I've got plenty of polychrome left over for Orpheus. So I'm happy. I'm happy with this. But now here's the big question though.
そして私が
What does the Hoyolab comments have to say? I'm sure like Orpheus will be a bit more well received, right? But I'm sure people are gonna have some stuff to say about comparing her directly to Seed. People are gonna have some stuff to say about, you know, Kamano Manato being not here. And people are gonna have some stuff to say about, oh my goodness, both of them are attackers and they're fire and electric. What about Soldier Ambi? What about my Soldier 11? So let's have a look and see here. And also we want to look at the rest of the promotional stuff, right? Maybe there's some more we can learn from them. Oboe Squad, Orphie and Matt. I like that it's Orphie and not Orpheus, right? Tactical Strategy, Annihilation Delta. Yes, Captain Magus. Orphie Magnuson. Surname is Magnuson? That's quite a dorky name. Magnuson and Magus. Stop staring at those flashy action figure ads or I'll confiscate all those ones you've stashed in your drawer. Oh, she's a cute little dork. That won't do, Captain. Unless you want to wake up tomorrow with pink holsters. Get me 2 boxes of gun oil and I'll pretend I didn't see anything. Thanks, Captain. You want nitro-fuel flavored ones again, right? Okay, they do have a nice little dorky relationship. Let's see though. I like that Orphie takes up a half and then Magus just the tail takes up the other half like completely, as opposed to again what we saw with Seed and Seed Junior, where Seed herself was like just a little snippet here, like in the bottom quarter. I feel like Magus is gonna. Is it Magus or Magus? Oh my goodness, this is gonna be like the GIF versus GIF, or GIF versus GIF thing all over. But I do wonder. I feel like people are gonna end up liking Magus a lot more than we expect, you know? Daughter and overprotective mother. Who's the daughter? Who's the overprotective mother? Which one's which? No, it's actually Magnum. Is it Orpheus and Magus? So Orpheus? Oh yeah, Orpheus. Orphie and Magus, so it's just a, what's it called? A portmanteau. But let's have a look and see here. The captain knows exactly what she's doing, and the captain being Magus, right? Emotional unrest won't cloud her scope, and even in moments like these, Orphie's always there to back her up. Soldier 11. Soldier who? Sorry, Soldier 11, you're no longer relevant. I apologize, dear customer, but we are unable to provide grooming services for your tail. And please, you're not allowed to use foul language. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. Magus sounds kinda based. Parents should be the lighthouse that guides, not the captain who steers. Okay, she really is the overprotective mother. This time, let's take up the oars and row across the river Styx with our own hands. Oh, Colonel Isolde. So I guess Isolde is like the higher up above all of the Obol squad and all of the Defense Force squads, right? She's a military officer. Orphie's, I love Orphie's little signature here. Orphie with the heart on the eye. And then Magus is all like, Doctor, this is like the Miu Agus. Grant peace to living and speak for the dead. And then, yeah. I better not see any, I can tell that people are gonna be like, now this is an Obol squad character. The correct colors, it's black and yellow and orange. This is an Obol squad member, aha. At 500 Denny, the Trigger and Samuel. I would laugh so much actually if those are the real ones. I doubt it, but it would be very funny. Isolde won't be playable just to miss people like Siobhan did in S. Oh my goodness. Siobhan was really cool when I played Star Rail, yeah, at the little bar. People were upset that Trigger was gonna power creep Xing Yi when she was announced. But it turns out Trigger put a new spin on the same. Well, again, that's what we're assuming is going to happen here as well, right? Whenever you see a character with the same elements and type, people are always quick to jump to say, "Oh my goodness, it's the power creep, it's replacement." I was like, okay, well, not necessarily. But yeah, also, like, why couldn't we get a little special animation to see Orphie's thighs? You know, the feet enjoyers get to like feast. What about the rest of us, huh? What about the thigh enjoyers? Because it's not feet. Yeah, it doesn't pay the bills as much. You know what's gonna happen? The moment there's another furry S rank, they're gonna make sure to go hard on that. From if I have learned anything about being on the internet, furries have an unimaginable wealth of money to be able to spend on like commissions or like fursuits and stuff like that. That stuff's like top notch for some reason. Furries keep all the artists alive. Yeah. For just a second, the animation was so subtle that you thought it was an A rank. Oh wait, you're right. Yeah, it's very subtle, but again, obviously she is gonna. In case anybody was wondering, yes, Orpheus and Magus are gonna be an S rank. They have an animated live 2D here. I think you know what it is, Yuma. It looks like it's not that animated because remember what we just saw yesterday. Anything would look stiff and unanimated compared to, you know, the groupers that we saw. So yeah. You need an electric DPS that isn't Haramasa, but you're not really vibing with Seed. Well, again, wait a couple of weeks. I'm sure that once we see the animations and like the gameplay and the kits in the dev live stream, I'm sure everybody that's like on the fence or that's saying, I don't like them, they're ugly, suddenly they're gonna sing a different tune, I feel like. Again though, yeah, no Minato was shown off here. So it was only these two S ranks, which means that I guess that's a good thing, right? It means that Minato isn't an A rank for now. So there's still a chance for him to be an S rank in a later patch. And I mean, it gives him more time to save, so I guess, yeah. How ironic would it be if they dropped Kamano with like a proper animation like Seed, yeah. Feels like a lighter situation. Yeah, where maybe he was an A rank, and then they were like, oh shit, people actually really like him. Hang on a second. Maybe we should make him an S rank. It does seem like that, right? I mean, again, I know people joke about, oh well, he has a big A on his coat. Surely that means he's an A rank. And I mean, people do joke about that. But I mean, remember, we have characters like Anby, who has left and right written on her gloves to indicate her left and right glove. And we have Trigger, who has the word trigger and literal triggers slapped all on her outfit. So maybe that big A on his coat isn't really, you know, that far off of what he actually is. You never know. They need to drip him with the peck bounce animation. The peck bounce animation or him standing up from his squat. That's also another animation. But let's have a look and see what people are saying over on Hoyolab. I'm sure everybody is very happy about Orphie, right? And nobody's saying anything mean. A timid girl and her aggressive talking tail. Okay. No offense, but like, why does everybody have to always compare shit to other games? Like, oh, Seed and Seed Jr. Haha, Firefly. Haha. Oh, Orphie and a cute girl with a demonic tail. Haha. Whoa, whoa. Like, yes, there are similarities in the world. Get over it. Or like Clara and Svarog as well, yeah. At least she has boots and clothes and stuff. Arguably, that's a bad thing though. I feel like some people would say that that's bad, right? Bro still hurt from yesterday. Oh, I'm guessing this guy was complaining about Seed. Also, like yeah. At least she has clothes and stuff. To some people, that's a bad thing. What is with the weird, like, ERP here? Oh, also, yeah, Opal Squad is an only S-rank member, team. Is Opal Squad the only? Oh, no. Considering how many people there are in the squad, yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. 4 people, all of them S-rank. My queen. Orphie Doro already. Okay, people are a lot more positive than Seed, I think. Orphie, my baby, my little sweetie, my cutie. This is very... Yeah, like, for me, I feel like... Yeah. I feel like, to me, Orpheus is way bigger than Seed. Also, no, since no Monotto, I guess he's an S rank for 2.3 now. Woohoo. See, that's the spirit. No Monotto is... It's ironic to think that, like, people are happy. It's really funny, actually, yeah. People are happy that there has been no Monotto drip marketing. Because if there was, he almost guaranteed would have been an A rank. If he had to be revealed now. Ain't no way he's gonna overshine Seed or Orphie. What's up, Holly? And yeah, like Seed being the top billing, I think it's... I think I understand why. I think that it's because of that big reveal, you know, that it's of what she looks like inside. If they started with Orpheus, then maybe things would have gotten out of hand and people would have seen Seed already, right? An all-male squad like Final Fantasy 15 would be cool. Ooh, don't forget the token Arania, right? So the military squad has no men. Oh yes, and what's wrong with having? What's wrong with there not being men in the military? It's called the military, not the military. Could it? That makes sense canonically, assuming all the military men and folk were on the front lines of Hollow Zero. Here before the Orphie. Are there any Orphie haters? I feel like there. Yeah. Why would there be any Orphie haters? You actually like that they're just being women in the military faction? It breaks real life stereotypes. I mean, to be fair, there were, at least in Obol Squad, if I'm not mistaken, there were Oh, no. Opal squad is specifically women, yeah. I know in Trigger's previous squad, they were men, right? Like her captain and everything. M6W5 in one pull, thank you. I don't know how you're gonna get all of that in one single banner, but sure. This seals the deal, Seed will stay unpulled. He's still coming 2.2. 2.2? How? He's already been dripped. Oh, the drip marketing is already over. Maybe main reason is less men hollow, eat them all up. Yeah. In Lyra Squad, yes, that's the name. Lyra Squad. Seed Senior is not a girl. Well, yeah, Seed Senior is a robot. who was it? Like, we saw the comment yesterday that was like, actually, Seed Senior is a man. I'm like, brother, Seed Senior is a robot. What do you mean? Unless that robot, I don't know. Unless he's like one of the intelligent constructs like Billy. Well, actually, he might be. But Seed does speak via Seed Senior, so. Well, actually, hang on. Is Seed Senior an intelligent construct? Damien has been really cool in the story as well. Damien has been really cool, yeah. I'm still curious to see, like, does he become playable? Question mark? Or is he also like Isolde and stuff like that, and Sarah? Because I mean, he did get a pretty prominent spot in the trailer, right? But that just could be because he's an actual like important character in the story, not necessarily that he's playable. I get that we're totally going to fight and kill Ye Xian presumably after he turns traitor. So, oh wait, that would be interesting. Yeah, again, I think we talked about this previously, but having playable bad guys, right? That's not really a thing that Hoyo does. Unless, here's how I can imagine it happening. Ye Xian becomes possessed. Not necessarily a traitor, but maybe he gets like corrupted or something. Kinda like how they corrupted Ye Xian's sister, right? As the Miasma Fiend. Maybe they corrupt him as well. We fight like a shadow version of him. And then he becomes playable. I could see that happening. You have to recover from your progress in attempts to pull Yusa, and now maybe Alice. If Orpheus is second, you might have... See, that's the other thing. Like, personally, again, I'm kind of happy that Orpheus is in the second half. More time to save. That's always nice. Kanye, Xian, and... Yes, the sister. Which again, I'm assuming is the girl that was at the end of the trailer, right? Sitting on the water with the reflection. The summer event really changed your view of Alice. I like Alice more after the summer event. I'm probably still not going to pull her. Mainly again because of the fact that, you know, we have Orphie in the next patch. Why does she have to be a girl failure? I was so happy that Seed was disappointing that I could say for Orphie. I mean, she's not necessarily a girl failure. What makes her a girl failure? She's just timid. She's just like, you know... well, to be fair, I feel like just the comparison against Magus makes her look a lot more timid than anything else, right? Her outfit is a much smaller departure from 11 and Trigger, and can see her fitting into the same group as the two. Man, Seed is really out of step with the whole Opal Squad aesthetic. Orpheus could do with a bit more orange, but again, it looks like it could... Apparently, we got all the professional character designers out here. Always thought Alice was a white rabbit because of Alice in Wonderland. It does kind of seem like that, doesn't it? She also comes from like a well-off family and then gets tumbled down into this chaos, right? Where she meets a bunch of weird characters like Yuzuha, Manato, Karma the raccoon as well, right? You find Alice easier to play than Miyabi personally. Less practice required to master. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Alice does have a lot of overlap with Miyabi, right? And also, you don't have to do the whole disorder shenanigans to try and stack up her points. It's just keep attacking and then eventually you can do the hold attack. Yes, Bean, you're right. She is meant to be a Netherland dwarf rabbit. Xian had a tough life. His parents must constantly compare him to his talented sister. That's always rough. Plus, Yusa has the Cheshire Cat socks. She does, exactly. Yeah. Close enough. Welcome back for yep, exactly. I I love how the tail is the leader and commanding officer of the team. That's what I'm also curious about. I'm curious to see what happened. Like, why? How did we get here? You know, I'm not talking about her butt and her thighs. I'm talking about like the behind. Like how? Why are they connected here? What happened? Who was Magus previously, and why is it attached to Orphie? Like, this is very clearly a mechanical tail and stuff like that. Mechanical horns and everything, right? And also, like, she has like a mechanical neck? How much of Orphie is robot? Can we unzip this jacket to see what's underneath the hood? For science purposes, you know? You're glad that Orpheus is second half in 2.2, since that'll give us enough time to consider getting her. And that's the other big thing, yeah. The fact that Orpheus is second half, which I'm sure many people are wanting to pull for her, right? That'll also give us that time to not only see drop marketing for 2.3, but also in the second half, we'll also end up getting the live stream reveal trailer to see what else there is about the kits for the 2.3 characters, right? Like, don't get me wrong, second half characters are always easier-ish to pull. You have more time to save for them, you have more time to prepare, and you have enough time to see what's coming ahead. Normally, yes, in terms of like promotion, they are getting the short end of the stick, but that's nicer sometimes, you know? I hope people find out why the two are connected. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. Like, where was that one comment that said, at least she's wearing clothes and shoes? That's a bad thing. Take it off. I want to see what's under there. Open stream hips. Listen, it's either hips or feet. You gotta pick your poison, right? Willing to shoot against 2.3. Your money's on one idol and one new character. And an A rank Monato. I feel like Monato has to be in 2.3. They can't delay him that long for how much he's been shown off, right? The question is gonna be, is he an A rank or not, right? Oh, you're right. It'll line up with Halloween as well. Oh. Yeah, I like Orphie. Also, I mean, this is a very, very tight looking dress. Like, again, in comparison to Seed, I think it's just again, what did we say yesterday about Seed? She's very skinny. She doesn't have a lot of the curves that, say, Orpheus has here. Hoya wouldn't do no estimate males for 2.x. Also, yeah, I think, because remember now, so Hugo was 1.7, so 2.0, 2.1, 2.2. That's 3 patches. All the male enjoyers and the male savers are sitting on a mountain of polychrome. And I'm sure Hoyoverse will want to cash in on that sometime soon. Seed is fine, I love small chess work. Again, as the wise, what was his name? Was it Issei? Was it Ryusei? But the guy from high school DxD. All boobs are good boobs. No worries, good night, Imperial Jade. You don't really cash in on people who say, what's up, Nami? But yeah, I know what you mean, because they're not really swiping, but like, you don't want them to get too much, right? Because then at that point, there's going to be like, one, if they keep on saving and nothing's happening, they're just going to end up dropping the game because it's like, well, I have nothing to spend this on, so I'm just going to do that. And two, you want to, reverse top off, right? So like, make sure that they stay low on polychrome. What's up, one man? Seed very quickly took over your interest for Orpheus. Really? And no, you're not a feet guy. I'm so glad that now anybody that ever says that they like Seed, we can hit them with the, oh, so you're into feet, huh? Even if they're not. Just because, bad day to be a Seed enjoyer once the drop marketing came out. Like, man, Now I'm getting associated with feet. Imagine if like Seed and Grace. Oof. What's wrong with feet? Nothing, but it's just there's a reputation. You kind of hope that Minato is a physical attacker. Based on his animations, it's a good bet that he's... Oh, absolutely. Brother was shooting out fire non-stop. Brother is basically Soul Bad Guy from Guilty Gear. Let's see, what else did the people have to say for Orphie? You want new comments? I'm really glad that for both Orphie and Magus and Seed and Seed Jr. and also technically speaking Kama and Yuzuha, we're getting a lot more like characters that are technically 2 in 1, right? Because this is technically speaking 2 characters in 1. And so I would like to hopefully see that like reflect in the gameplay. That's why I was saying, you know, with Seed, bring back team attacks, or at least something equivalent to team attacks, right? Orpheus and Magus as well. Like, I hope that it's not just Magus fighting, and then like Orpheus just being strung along. And I hope that you get both of them to attack a lot, right? And you see them both fight together. Because that's what people have been begging for like so long with the Collida and Ben, right? And I feel like these are prime opportunities to do something similar. We're also getting a lot of cute agents, where season 1 was a lot of hot agents. I guess, yeah, Jufufu is cute. Orphe is cute. I guess Seed is cute. Oh wait, so are you silly? I'm sorry, hang on. You're saying season 1 was a lot of hot agents. Are you implying that your boy Ben is not cute, huh? Huh? Are you implying that who else was there? Who else could I joke about? Who are you implying Lightu is not cute, huh? Season 3 will be the man arc. I highly doubt that, Beam, but we'll see. With the new Obol Squad members, does that mean we're getting new Bangbu? I hope we do get a new Bangbu blue cake, and I specifically hope that it is. Where was it? Who was it? This. I want this to be the new Bangbu. Bangbooni. A human who bathed good kick and speaks Bangbu with me. But that accent's way too thick and can barely make out what they're saying. I don't know why I turned Canadian there. Make out. But there is at least some Bangbu referenced here. I think there was no limited small and cutesy agent in all of season 1. Yeah, because there was just Ching-Yi that was like small, right? But she wasn't really cutesy, she was more like stoic. Meanwhile, we have Jufufu already. I mean, I guess like if we count launch characters, Sokaku falls that bull, but yeah. With idols. Oh yeah, idols as well. Like we're maybe those Russians were right when we saw Jufufu. Or sorry, when we saw Yuzo and Alice. This is turning into what did they call it? A game of high school girls or something like that. But I mean, means more time to save. Also, again, like the comparison here is crazy, right? Flat as a board, built like a balloon. How's the day going? It's going well. Blue Archive ass characters. It's yeah. Well, hang on. As long as we don't see the emoji spam of like the sobbing face and people going, whoa, we're fine, you know. Is she the first elf in... Wait, what? Why are you calling her an elf? Just because she has pointy... Dude, that's... Also, can I say, that's a dangerous horn there. With those ears. That's dangerous. Threading like a needle there. But yeah, we also have Hugo and Vivian that have pointy ears, right? So actually, yeah, speaking of... That's why I want to see what's underneath this outfit. What's going on here? Is she an elf? Is she a hot robot? You know, what's happening under the hood? What's happening here? Alice and Yuzo are more on the cutesy side than all of Season 1 Limiteds. Oh, absolutely, yeah. Especially like, not just from their design, but the way they act as well, right? We got Fufu as well, we have the idols confirmed, and then the rabbit, yeah. Orphe's hearing is doomed, sun will be flying all over the place, yeah. Put her in front of... Dude, I hope that they don't fix that window bug in, what is it, the Fantasy Resort. It'll be a little secret that we could use. Maybe underneath the coat is 3 bamboo all stacked into each other. Maybe that's true, yeah. Money is on her being a human who lost her body in the war, and then we had to replace her with intelligent parts. Ooh. We can rebuild her. We have the parts to make her better, stronger. There's too much going on around her head. The long ears, the horns that curve, the beret, the mechanical neck as well. But I just like, can I say I really like Magus? Maybe Orphe has Magus' body, but she lost her memory. She's very childlike. Like a, I mean, well, to be fair, again, we have seen that the military, the new Area 2 Defense Force, has some shenanigans going. Like, they have cloning technology, right? So who's to say that this wasn't like a body grown in a lab or something? Who knows? I don't know. Snake tail, yeah, we call it like the Chimera, right? Snake tail, ram horns, like elfy ears, breathes fire. You see Magus is just some intelligent construct. Yeah, like again, I'm curious to see what the why, like what tactical advantage was there to attach your captain to this little girl, as opposed to just, you know, why couldn't they just implant Magus into Seed? Seed Senior, that is. You have that now Monata being deconfirmed 2.2 means that what previously might also end up being incorrect. Yeah. This is like throwing a wrench in everybody's like leak plans. But again, like we said, that's why you never trust leaks, because just because some Chinese name on Telegram says it doesn't mean that it's true. Things can change, right? She wasn't the captain yet. Ah, I see. I'm sure again that we'll find out once her inevitable agent story does drop. Assuming that they do give her a separate agent story. Because again, like this season we didn't have an agent, or this patch we don't have an agent story for Alice. But to be fair, I guess we do kind of get a story for both of them in the main story and the summer event, right? Also, yeah, to be fair, we could still get Monata, who knows? But I doubt it, right? They wouldn't... If Monata was going to be on the patch, he would have been in A rank, so he would have been shown off alongside one of the other two, right? The pulling plans for Obal has been a roller coaster. I think... I think it's not too bad, right? But the fact that it's coming after, like... I think it depends on who comes afterwards, right? If it's idols straight after, it's going to be devastating because of the fact that, you know, you're pulling for maybe Seed, maybe Orpheus, and then idols are right after that. And odds, I mean, I feel like if you're the type of person that likes Seed and Orpheus, you're probably the type of person that also likes the idols, right? So if that comes right afterwards, ooh boy! You trust the images you see, it's actually way too much work to do a character. When characters in beta, most of their kit won't change, yeah. Don't forget we still have the actual Void Hunter. What do you mean the actual Void Hunter? We already got him. Panyan, who's already in the game. The Void Consumer of food. But yeah, like I said though, I'm happy with this. I mean, to be fair, I was probably going to be happy no matter what. I will say, remember when we were all somewhat disappointed when we first saw Orpheus in the season 2 trailer, and she looked like, you know, all badass and staring off into the distance, like very stern and concerned. And then we saw her in game and she was like, I'm so sorry. Right? I think a lot of people were like, oh man. I think because we hadn't seen Magus yet, Magus makes up for that. The fact that Magus is so like stern and like hard ass, it balances out Orphie being, you know, the little, like, you know, less serious than we expected. Does anyone actually like the idols? You feel like it's fake hype? Oh, trust me, there are many people that are very hyped for the idols. It's gotta be a Void Hunter in every chapter. Just sounds too cool to pass up for a payout from the dead. Oh, absolutely. I mean, like, same thing with, what is it? Star Rail and Genshin, right? There's always an Archon in every major patch. There's always a, what's it called? Not a denominator. What are they called? No, not a... There's always something special, right? Emanator, not a denominator. The emanator of the different paws. You like the massive personality difference? That's why I said, like, it's what's it called? I mean, again, this is just basic character design theory, right? You have a foil to emphasize the two sides, so that Orphie looks even more, you know, like timid in comparison to Magus, and Magus looks even more stern in comparison to Orphie. Honkai fraction rail, yeah. Genuine question: why is everyone excited for the idols again? I think it's just because, what's it called? They were one of the first, technically, I don't want to say leaks because they were shown off officially, but just not everywhere. So it's sort of that like anticipation that's been building up, which is kind of dangerous because I feel like people are getting more and more hyped the longer it goes on. And that just leads to, you know, eventual disappointment when you get too hyped for something. Since it's Ghostfire in Chinese, maybe it's something like Ghosts of the Past with Magus and the Fire of Youth with Orphie. Ooh, I like that interpretation of it, yeah. The mace flare. Yeah, I will say out of the actual idol girls, the girl with the mace, the two maces, or like flails, because they look like they're hanging on strings or something. That's for me the coolest one. I think the designs were, the design sheets were leaked and then they were shown off officially. I think it was because, so if I remember correctly, it was on Bilibili where they initially made a channel for them, right? Because the whole point was that they would be marketed similar to how Astriel was marketed with her actual Twitter account. They were going to do something similar for that idol group, right? And they were shown off there. Idols have to be OP, otherwise Twitter's gonna... Here's the secret, Jorian. Twitter's gonna go insane no matter what. That's the secret behind Twitter. They could be insanely OP, they'll still be... They could be weak, Twitter will be mad. They could be insanely OP, Twitter will also be mad. What's up, Natanialis? What's my take on the seed bait and switch? I'm not surprised that there is a girl manning the robot, right? I was expecting that. I was a bit surprised that they, for the drip marketing at least, they really emphasize her over anything else. More so than the actual robot. But again, it makes sense. It's her big reveal. We haven't seen her anywhere else. Could you imagine if they had done the reveal for Seed and most of this was the actual mech, which we have already seen. We've already seen the model and everything. So it's like, you have this brand new girl that you're showing off and like she's only appearing in a quarter of it, right? So I understand why she's getting all this limelight. But I think that everyone's opinions will change once they actually see what I'm assuming is going to be that, yes, the devs the devs didn't forget that there's the mech, you know. They will probably still both be prevalent. But I do understand the disappointment that prior to this, anything revolving around Seed was the mech and the mech entirely. And then now all of a sudden it's like, by the way, here's a girl. Like, I saw it coming, but I saw it coming, I didn't think it would be this extreme. Let me put it like that. You've been really hyped by the idols because you have been missing cute limited S ranks for so long. We just had Jufufu though. But now that we're getting lots of cute girls, you're no longer interested by them. Like, what's it? Too much of a good thing can be a bad thing, right? We thought there was a girl in the mech, not a girl with the mech. Oh, that's also a good point, yeah. Siege Aiden Store will have to be really good to make you change your opinion on her. I'm sure they will. I'm sure. Like I said again, I'm sure for both Seed and Orphie, they look, oh, like they're so cute and sweet. They're gonna have some tragic backstory of like, they're in the military. They're going to have something tragic. I guarantee you. Similar to Trigger. Like, Orphie's gonna be like, that's why I said, I want to see what's underneath Orphie's coat. Because I'm sure it's gonna be something like, oh, well, actually she was in a fire and like, her whole body got scorched away or something, so we had to replace all of her body parts and internal organs with like mechanical aspects of it or whatever, right? And then it'll be like, oh, Seed, why did you become a mechanic? Why did you decide to, you know, work on the robot instead of fighting yourself? Oh, well, actually, I have PTSD from when my father was killed by robots, so I wanted to make my own robot to take revenge, but then I found that was not the real cause or whatever, or something like that. Like, Jufufu isn't even as cute as Korin or Sakaku. Oh, but yeah, they force you to make her look cute, right? There is, you know what that is on me? It's them, and I said this when we first saw the EP. It's them just trying to fish for the next, you know, marketable plush character. It's them trying to fish for the next Bernice. In actual fact, yeah, like, we've seen so much, I don't want to say Bernice pandering, but like, so much trying to replicate that, right? We have Jufufu with her meme-ish song. We have Yuzuha just straight up, you know, throwing Bernice in there again. I think they're desperately trying to recreate the virality of Bernice. First time they put an animation in a drip and it's feet shot. Again, I'm assuming the only reason why is because that those are her animations from like actual combat. So it's like a little bit easier. Because otherwise, if you tell me that they went and hired an animator specifically for those like 2-3 seconds of feet and nothing else, nowhere else in the game, that'd be wild. Orpheus will probably have a similar dark backstory like Ambi, just starting from a literal sentient gun being attached to her body, yeah. It really seemed like the alt animation attack. Yeah, it did feel like that. Because, I mean, definitely the one where we saw her feet, like, from a POV shot, that was literally, like, the training room and what looked like her actual model in-game, right? Double attack meta. Interesting coming off of a Hugo with his double stunting. I will say, you know what I'm really hoping, actually? Yes, I understand that them both being attack is like, oh my gosh, Soldier Anby and Soldier 11 now. Don't forget, Soldier Anby, when Soldier Anby came out, right? She was the first one before Trigger. And one of her major aspects was that she had the buff for aftershock attacks, right? And at the time we were like, that's so cool, but there's nobody to actually use that properly, right? And then we had to wait for Trigger to come out, and then Trigger was here, and then it's like, well, here's the thing though, she's a stunner. Cool, Anby buffs her aftershock attacks, but it's buffing like, what? These little attacks that don't do that much damage? What I'm hoping is that now, finally, yes, they are both attackers as well, but maybe that's a good thing, right? Maybe they will have aftershocks that will actually do damage because, you know, they're an attacker character. So then you can finally pair Ambi with somebody that does aftershocks, and then you actually get a decent increase in both of their damage, right? Because otherwise, like, what does Ambi do? She doesn't really have anybody to properly take advantage of her buffs, other than herself. And but for that, you just have like a regular standard DPS, right? Sammy feels like 66% of what she's supposed to. That's what I'm thinking. Like, yes, another attacker seems kind of meh. But technically speaking, if you look at Soldier Ambi, we do want another attacker. Or we do want somebody else that does damage, right? You heard that her arms are amputated and they gave her robo arms. That's why she uses her feet to control the mech. I think somebody else mentioned that yesterday as well, but like, she's a mechanic though, so unless she, as a mechanic, she's doing all of that mechanic work with her feet, I feel like these are just gloves. Like long, and that would make sense for a mechanic, right? Long gloves to protect yourself from insulation or heat and stuff like that, right? Seed, I'm pulling for Seed because of certain reasons. What is that reason, Mecha? I wonder why. You think using arms and legs to control a mech is an old design idea? Yeah. I would not be surprised if Soldier Ambi is one of the reruns. Because I would like to, well, I mean, obviously, they're probably going to work with Trigger, right? Herbal Squad. I would like to see them work with Soldier Ambi as well, just because, again, to make myself feel better, because I remember I pulled Sambi because I was like, yo, this whole thing about how she buffs Aftershocks, Aftershock is going to be a huge mechanic moving forward, surely. Having somebody that buffs Aftershocks is going to be major. And then like 3-4 patches down the line, we have like no new decent Aftershock characters that actually do damage, right? It'll take a while to that's the one annoying thing I feel like is that it's a small pet peeve of mine. Why couldn't they give this girl a different name? Or like, Seed is her code name, but she has a real name. Or I assume she probably does have a real name that we find out. But like, because now when people say that they like Seed, it's like, do you mean the girl or the mech? Right? So I'm assuming that we will find out her real name in the story or something like that. Kind of like we have Harren for Soldier. And then we can start referring to them as that. I know technically Seed Senior and Seed Junior, but we only really found out about that differentiation afterwards, right? It's like, what is it? First impressions matter. And the first impression was, this thing is called Seed, and that's it. Anyone calling Soldier 11 Harren is a cop? We're dead naming her, yeah. Seed has to be a codename. Oh, absolutely, yeah. That, like I said, for example, Harren for Soldier. Did we get Trigger's real name? Oh yeah, Karen or Sharon? Karen, yeah. Because it's all, she was a member from Liar Squad, and they all had different names of Greek names relating to death, right? Styx, Charon, what else was there? But yeah, that was her other codename. So Charon, Styx, and all that stuff. But I don't think we know what Trigger's name is, right? Because didn't it like fade to black? Where Trigger was like, all right, I'll tell you my real name. And then that was the end of the story, right? It was a squad mate that died. Ah, yes. Because if I remember correctly, yeah, at the end of the, because remember, Trigger's agent story was a flashback. And at the end of her story, that was where she is contacted by somebody else to join Herbal Squad. But before she joins Herbal Squad, she turns to us and she goes, by the way, as for my real name, it's ... fade to black. So, in the lore, we technically know her name, but we ourselves don't actually know what it is, right? And then they disagreed. Yeah, we agreed to, like, we were like, okay, fine, we will She told us, we were like, okay, we'll keep calling you Trigger though, for your own whatever reasons. I guess we'll get another Opal squad member named. Oh, I don't know, because again, those Greek death names were all for Liar Squad, the previous squad that Trigger was a part of, not the current one. I don't know what the naming scheme is here for Opal squad. Seed, Trigger, Orpheus. Not really a theme going on here. Oh, I guess Orphie, right? Orphie is a... What is Orphie? What is Orpheus? It is definitely also like coated in mythology, right? Orpheus. Yeah, and then you have Soldier 11. But to be fair, I'm sure Soldier 11 comes up with her own wacky nicknames every single time. Like how she does for the proxy. Ah, Blazing Blue Boogaloo. Hello. You've come to join us. So that's probably why they don't let Soldier 11 give herself a nickname, because it'd be something dumb. Orpheus was one of the Oh, actually, wait a minute. This could be a good insight into like who or what Orpheus is. Orpheus was one of the handful of Greek heroes to visit the underworld and return. His music and song had powers even over Hades. Ooh. So again, giving theory to like what happened, like how this came about. Maybe she went into the hollows, you know, fought whoever this Hades is, suffered tragic things, but then made it back, right? Returning from the underworld. Orpheus from the hit video game Hades. She even has bandages here, which, I mean, okay, to be fair though, when it comes to Hoyoverse designs, like, those could be actual bandages of like, I have burn marks, or those just could be like, I think it looks cool. Right? They're gonna be the trauma squad, exactly. Soldier 11 would name himself Extra Spicy Noodle. That means that Orpheus probably went to the other side, almost died, and then returned, and her voice is one of the only ones that Magus listens to. Maybe because, you know, of the fact that she did that. Maybe, I don't know. Crackpot theory guess for lore. Maybe Magus was somebody or something else that was lost in the hollow, and then somebody had to go and retrieve Magus, and then Orphie was the one to go and do it, and she's like, I'll go and save them. Don't worry, I'll do it. Goes down into the hollow, nearly dies herself, but like sacrifices almost everything to save her. And so as a result, they were like, you know what? Their bond shall be irreplaceable. Let's make their bond permanent as well, you know, physically. And thus we now have them joined at the hip. Or joined at the butt, apparently. Orpheus wanted to return his lover from the underworld, but wasn't allowed to look at her until they had left the underworld, and he broke that rule and lost her. Ah. You bet Orpheus' backstory will be devastating. Like I said, I'm sure. They're all coated in war in the new Eridu Defense Force. There's no way it wouldn't be something tragic. Orphie, my beloved girl failure with her evil, intimidating tale. The mother figure. Mother Magus. Actually, yeah, so... if we have Orpheus, who would Magus be then? Magus... Greek. In Greek mythology, the term Magus generally refers to a wise man, a sorcerer, or a magician. Okay, there's no like special Magus or anything. It's just a general term. What's the bathroom situation? Didn't we like say like, what's it called? Well, to be fair, I feel like you could easily go to the bathroom with this, right? You just sit forward on the toilet. Well, I guess it depends on how fat that tail is, right? But I'm sure she, like Magus can just like coil towards the front, and then there's enough room. If Orphie just scoots a bit forward. Okay, well, this is a weird question, but like when you sit on the toilet, nobody sits like all the way back, right, and leans against the cistern, right? Surely not. Surely you there's space here. There will be space. Only villains do that. You do what? Bolt upright like a okay. Bolt upright, but like, do you lean back? Like, maybe it's just me. I do. Okay, maybe it's just me. The less of the toilet I'm touching, the better. So I don't go all the way back like recline. I'm not sitting there for I'm sitting there for a good time, not a long time. You know, I want to get in, get my job done, get out. I'm not there like, oh, let me relax, let me lean back. You know. Yeah, the lean forward, right? Some people sit facing the wall. Squat on top of the bowl, Russian style. Lean back when you're just chilling. Maybe it's just me. I've never understood that concept of like taking like long on the toilet. I understand if it's like you're struggling, you know. But once you're done, you're done. You know. Why are you chilling on the toilet? Surely there are better places. What happens if Orphie wants to goon? Matt, just turn a blind eye. Don't look. Maybe Magus is detachable? Maybe. Well, judging by like the little blurbs that we have here, it seems like not, right? Because otherwise then Orphie would just leave Magus at home. Or maybe Magus is detachable, but like Magus is super clingy and it's like, don't you dare. Don't you dare, right? Because yeah, they're going shopping or something. And then it sounds like they're inseparable, right? Or inseparable. So Magus is always keeping an eye over Orphie and always watching. Wait, are we talking about while we take a dump or just sitting on the toilet? I would... What do you mean just sitting on the toilet? Why are you just sitting on the toilet? Do you just go sit on the toilet for fun? Or whenever you sit on the toilet, which I would assume is most of the time when you're taking a dump. Also, what's up, Shuffle Crew? I think the Magus has a turn off button. Would that imply that Magus has a turn on button? A switch to turn Magus on, some would say. Magus must be miserable, spending hours doing nothing while Orphie sleeps or does anything Magus does not like, yeah. That's the real question. How do they sleep? I assume she'll have to sleep on her side, right? And yes, Orphie will be in the second part of the patch. Toilet number 1 hangout spot, yeah. So did everyone get use of her? Well, I got use of her. Thankfully, we won the 50-50. And now it's basically going to be a save patch for Alice and also Seed while we wait for Orphie to come around. And you can imagine Orphie dating the proxies with Magus threatening to kill us. Yeah. I'm curious though. What are your guys's thoughts? Because like I said, I'm probably of the opinion I'm skipping Alice. I'm skipping Seed also I can go in on Orphie and Magus. But what about you guys? Are you still gonna pull for Alice? Are you still gonna pull for Seed? Are you gonna pull for Orphie? Are you skipping like in everything, you know? Waiting for the eventual possible Monata patch on the next one? Definitely getting Alice. I think here's the thing though. The reason why I ask this is I'm curious to see how many of you will switch, you know? We all say this right now. We all say, I'm gonna skip Alice. We all say, we're gonna skip Seed. I wanna see how many people are gonna take their word back. I feel like there are a lot of people that are gonna say hard skipping Seed, right? But then, oh shit. The animations in Kit look pretty good. The patch arrives. Oh shit. Her story's kind of cool. Oh wait, she's actually really nice. Man, the story really made me fall in love with her. You know what? Maybe I should get her anyway. You get one copy of her. Ah, you know what? Her Mindscape does seem kind of cool. Maybe I should get her Mindscape as well, you know? And then I ask you guys again the same question in like a month from now, and I say, so, how many of you got Seed? And then some of the people that are like, oh, I'm skipping her. No man, oh, Seed, ew. All my polychrome saved for somebody else. And then all of a sudden, well, actually, so, you know, some stuff happened. Yeah, I actually have her at M6 now. You're always skipping Alice because you don't have Jane. Like, skipping Alice because you don't? Oh, I guess you like you don't want to go into the like. You don't want anything to do with the physical anomaly though, not me. You did skip Yuzuha for sure. So will Alice. You're expecting to skip Obal Squad, and probably the idols. Damn. The done is you're gonna be sitting on a mountain of polychrome, or whenever you do decide to pull the time. Who are you waiting for then? Who is Alice and Seed paired with? We'll have to wait and find out. You'll pull Alice and Orphie and Fufu for sure. Fufu? Whoa. How are you gonna pull for Fufu now? You'll see if a Seed of the game is gonna continue giving more characters than 150 to 160 points. I see. Well, where's the music at? You'll pull all. Okay, well, I would not. I would hope so, homie. You have a reputation at this point that you kind of have to pull them all. You need a Yanagi rerun. One of your biggest regrets. Well, speaking of shuffle, you've got a what? You'll never believe what's happening in a week or two. That Yanagi rerun is a lot closer than you might think. Is there already a date for the stream? It should be. Let's see. Let's see, so on like the 15th-ish or so of August, if my calculations are anything to go by. 15 August should be the stream for 2.2. You're like 50-50 with pulling Seed. I think what I might toss a 10 pull here or there for Seed just to see what happens. But I want to make sure I have enough for Orpheus and Magus. You actually think you should skip for as long as possible so you can build Rena and Soldier 11? Ooh. I want her. I want Orpheus and Magus, yes. Seed is a bit of a yeah. But Orpheus and Magus are cool. I'll be honest, I kind of like Magus more than Orpheus. If that's weird to say. Is it weird to say that, yeah, like, okay, well, for Seed and Seed Jr., obviously, I think a lot of people like the mech more than the girl. I kind of like the tail more than Orphie as well. I don't know. Something about like the hard-ass Orphie here, and also the hard-ass Magus here. The captain, you know. Almost God's got the schizo clone, a blind sniper, whatever the hell Seed is, a clumsy girl failure with a captain attached to her, as a vulgar cyber tail. New Eridu citizens are in good hands, yeah. If Monatas is featured in A rank, I'll go for him, then 2.2 is good for me. Ah. Grace's love for robots has rubbed. Oh, actually, yeah. I really want to see Grace interact with Seed and Magus, right? That'd be a great chance. Give us more autonomous machines like Billy. You're personally waiting for the idle robot. Yeah, it's weird that like it's taken this long to get back to, you know, anything robotic, right? I guess we've had a couple of theorems here and there, but yeah. Maybe I'll be blessed by LD Shopper. Let's hope so, yeah. We can only hope though. Especially because again, I know it's way far in the future, right? But considering that we've now seen at least, you know, a reference to the idol girls in the summer story. Spoiler alert, I guess, by the way, but they exist. Their models are in game now. Surely they'll be here anytime soon, right? Surely in a patch or two they'll be here, right? That's it. You have an inkling that Orpheus engine is going to be like a trigger engine ordeal. Oh, where it's like, oh well. I don't think so. The fact that they are, unless they do something really weird with their kits, the fact that they are both attackers, we've got plenty of attack engines by now that maybe you don't need their signature engine. Right? Again, unless they require something ridiculous, like, I don't know, maybe Orpheus scales off of like HP or something like that, right? Calling it now, 2.5. Oh, 2.5 with the idols, 2.6 Void Hunter, and then 2.7 filler. I could see that happening, homie, yeah. Because 2.5 would line up with like December-ish time, and December, I think we're getting, or like, sorry, 2.6-ish, or 2.5, 2.6 is around about that time, right? Whatever big banner there is, it'll be Christmas time, right? That's when people have all their money. That's when people are like, ooh, what do you want for Christmas? Can you buy me an M6 idol girl? Like, okay, fine. You know, idols are coming in the next few patches because that would place some of them before the Void Hunter. And they would never make the idols compete with Void. Here's the thing though, Necromancer. Why not? Why not make the idols compete with the Void Hunter, right? Because then that makes a dilemma, right? Oh no! Oh no! There's the idols and the Void Hunter. How am I gonna pull for all of them back to back to back? Oh, I only have so many polychromes. If only there was a way I could get more polychrome to be able to pull for all of them in a row. Oh no! Meanwhile, the credit card, the fearful credit card crying in the corner, afraid about what's about to happen to it. Harama's sweating bullets right now, as he is Anton. Yeah, another Haramasa heads up. Another electric attacker has hit the server. That reason is why Miyabi is the Void Hunter in December. Yep, exactly. Yeah. Well, our little shanahavt for Orphie, absolutely. Yeah. Meanwhile, you're sitting on 650 pulls. We're getting fucked up by the poor luck each time you pull. How Hoyo works is they like to do that. Oh, absolutely, yeah, exactly. Like that's also why maybe like schizo tinfoil hat theory. That's probably also why they took so long to show the drip marketing here for Orpheus and Seed, so that they had more time for people to pull for Miyabi and Yuzuha, right? Oh, it's the limited support character. Woo! It's Miyabi the Void Hunter. Woo! You should spend all your pulls. People are saying that they're a must pull. Ooh! And then bam! Here's that Seed and Orphie that you were waiting for, by the way. Get 400 standard banner pulls. We need a new standard. We do actually need a new standard. You know what else we need? We need to see some of those reworks. That's what I'm waiting for. They made a big hoopla about it with Ellen getting reworked, right? I want to see if they're still actually like working on that, and if they're actually gonna update anybody else's kits. And I mean like actually updating, not just like, oh yeah, we're making their team passive work with this as well. Now I want to see like, yeah, I want to see a Nekomata become useful. Anything really. Anything will be good, an upgrade for Nekomata. Hell, don't even like update her kit. Just fix her tracking on her attacks so that she can actually hit the enemy when she uses skills and whatnot. You finally spent all your saved up tips on somebody. Orpheus seems to be the one that you did save for. Nice, Indra. They're trying to drop our god and it worked. Absolutely, yeah. I've been consumed by the Nekomata. Unfortunately, she's kind of like got me by a stranglehold, yeah. Nekomata will just be downgraded to a B rank agent. She's Honestly, a C rank agent. C for cat. Do I think Seed will replace Anby? I'm assuming you mean Soldier Anby. But again, I don't think that Soldier Anby will be replaced. If anything, I think that, again, Seed and Orpheus to an extent will work well with Anby. Because again, like I said earlier, so one of Soldier Anby's big gimmicks is that she buffs aftershock attacks. And right now, we don't really have anybody aside from Soldier Anby herself that does good aftershock damage, right? So, I mean, yes, you've got like Pulchra, you've got Trigger, you've got like Yuzuha that do have aftershocks, but that's not really the main part of their kit, right? So, yes, you're increasing their aftershock damage, but it's by like, what? You're doing an extra 10 damage, yay. I'm hoping that Orphe and Magus, and maybe specifically Seed, have aftershocks. Like, you have a mech. Surely that's like a secondary attacker. Surely that's aftershocks, right? And then those aftershocks from, it's a mech. Surely it does a shit ton of damage. So then you slot that on a team with Soldier Anby, and then Soldier Anby buffs those aftershocks, and now you actually have some decent aftershock damage getting buffed, right? 2.2 is a whole skip patch, not gonna lie. Even with the Orphe and Magus. Damn. Not replacing Anby, it's still like before, even better. Yeah. Like, again, people are too hung up with like the power creep stuff. Like, yes, they are the same element. Yes, they are the same type. That does not mean that there's necessarily like a straight up power creep. Look again, for example, Jufufu and Lighter. Look again, Chingy and Trigger. Now, I will say, Alice versus Jane is a little bit dicier of a conversation. I do think that we are entering that territory now, though, where unless we do see some like really interesting stuff with the new characters, there are going to be a lot more overlaps, right? Like, again, Alice is just Jane plus Yanagi plus Miyabi all slapped together in one. She's not really anything like super new. Aftershock is so back in the big 25. What do you mean back, Zero? Aftershock was never here in the first place. There's no being back if we're never here in the first place. Your logic is invalid as soon as you remember that a sniper is a stunner. Oh, you're right, yeah. Maybe she has like maybe she fires like elephant darts or something like that. Tranquilizer darts. Orphe's shyest personality aim for you. Give me more give you more baddies. We got Magus. Magus is a baddie. I still am flip-flopping between if I want to call her Magus or Magus. But yeah, just think of it like this. The body of Orphe, but the personality of Magus. If I'll be honest, body of Orpheus, body of Orphe with the personality of Magus. That'd be a must pull for me. I think the power creep fear is real from the players that got burned by Star Rail. Oh yeah. I can understand from that point of view, yes. Like I said, I remember when I started playing it again and I was like, oh cool. I remember my Bronya, my Silver Wolf, they were great. Blade, Kafka, they were like top tier back then. Let me try and use them now. Oh, what do you mean they're like tier 5? Huh? Aftershock in the last void, but your Aiden gets hit if it's bolts into their kits. Alice Jane is not a power creep stitch, it's more of a preference of lines versus curvy. Bottom versus top. Bottom versus top. Or are we still talking about the gameplay here, or? Call it the Magoose. Call it Magus with a J, and you'll spend all your polychrons on the standard banner. At this point, they should update Soldier 11 to be an aftershock buffer. Even if she is an aftershock buffer, what? Just for existing on the team, right? Or like, could she like imbue her, like after you use her skill, could you like imbue her fire element onto other people's attacks as well? So that when they attack, they also do bonus fire damage? Kind of like Bernice, right? That way, like, you switch over to Soldier and Bee, and now you're doing fire and electric damage at the same time. No worries, Andrew. Thanks for stopping by. Could use this engine by mistake, but you don't have anomaly units to use for her. Ooh, that's rough. How do you get her? I understand getting like the character by mistake because maybe you're doing the meme. Ah, let me do a pity just to see what happens. How do you get the engine by mistake? Or did you think that you were on the Miyabi banner and then you pulled the engine, you got the S rank, and then you're like, wait a minute. This isn't the Hailstorm Shrine. Alright, let me take a sip of water again, because my goodness, we've been yapping a lot. Which, again, I really enjoy. Where's my water? Oh, here it is. I need a refill as well. .2 yapping out of the way though. Let's I have not done any of the what's it called? Deadly assaults or the Shiyu defense, so I have a lot to catch up on. So that's what we're gonna be doing now. It would help if I showed the game, wouldn't it? Boop. You did one pull on her engine and you got it? That's kind of crazy. Do I think that Orphie is good for Sammy team? I would hope so. Like, again, I know everybody's like scared about the whole attack thing. Oh my gosh, more attacks. Like, that's what Sambi wants. Like, assuming that they have good aftershock attacks, that's gonna be really nice. Like, that's what Sambi's been waiting for. Somebody to actually buff with the aftershocks, right? Please do the kitty cat team on the deadly assault new boss. I would like to actually beat the dead bosses first, right? Have I thought about doing account reviews? I have done account reviews. I just haven't done them in a while. First things first, though. Humana. Let's quickly do our dailies, though. We gotta start farming up. Now that we know that they're attackers, they're both attackers, we need to farm a lot of attack chips. They weren't afraid of off-field anomaly, but afraid of off-field attack? Yeah, I guess so, because it's like... how do I word it? Well, they did say in like their one dev talk, right? They want to make sure that you actually enjoy playing as the character. That's why they made that special emphasis of, like as a slight dig to Astra, where, oh, you actually play as Yuzuha and you do stuff with her, you know? We wanted to make this limited support different in terms of gameplay from any other characters. Others being only Astra. Hello, 20. Ashro is an ace scam. Oh, I did it again! No! I set up the shop, but I didn't actually hit open for store. Oh! We missed out on the chips and the Denny's. No! It's over, actually. Oh my goodness. And then let's grab the espresso. Time to uninstall. It's time to hang up the hat. We will forever be like 10,000 Denny's behind everybody else now. Let's actually grab. How many of these do we have? 32. We have enough actually. What we do need is we need the XP for it. Yeah. We need about 300 oddish. We're sitting on 11 million Denny's right now. 11 oh, damn. That's like 3 whole characters that you can upgrade. Let me also bump down the audio a teensy bit here. Evelyn will never get a skin, otherwise the game rating skyrockets. Evelyn will also making a skin for Evelyn is, I feel like, kind of difficult because of the whole fact that she has her what's it called? The whole thing where she takes off her jacket, right? So they would need to make a different piece of clothing that they can take off of her. And I feel like just doing another jacket wouldn't work, right? Like what other piece of clothing would she be able to strip off when she uses her ultimate? Do you have to take off her shirt? Whatever happened to the Starlight Knights hype? That's true, actually. Whatever happened to, yeah, people waiting for S-rank Billy and stuff like that? S-rank Billy, the rest of the Starlight Knights? Is it, I guess, just like... Did the Obol squad overtake it, I feel like? Or maybe it's just like goldfish memory, right? I feel like if they were to reveal something like that, they probably would be hyped for it, but it's just like recency bias, right? So it's not the newest thing, and I think that's the thing, right? miHoYo are very good at just directing you to the newest thing. I remember when there was all that hype about Yi Shen. Oh, she's just on par with Miyabi. She's just as good, as strong. Oh my goodness! And then now it's all about, you know, Seed. Before that, it was all about Alice's big mulkers, right? Evelyn's bolt is crazy. You can't escape the thick. That's a good thing. And Miyabi skin will be the ultimate button. Oh, what would a Miyabi skin even... I was like, look, there's gullible in the ceiling. And then you look at my... And they took my money again. Yep. But yeah, that's the... What is it called? The what is it? The hamster wheel that we live on. It's always going to be the new thing. Like, I think the only thing that has really, like, staying power has been the idols, right? That's the one thing that somehow has lived throughout the hype. Like, even when there's something new. Oh, there's now Vivian the Mockingbird. But people are still waiting for idols. Oh, there's now Yi Shen and the new Void Hunter. People still wait for the idols. That has been the one thing that people have constantly been waiting for. So I think that's why it's gonna be interesting to see the reactions once they do actually arrive, you know? All of this big expectation. I guarantee you, like, nobody's... How do I word this? It'll be impossible to please everyone, right? With idols, because of how long people have been waiting for. So I want to see how they try their best at that. because they will not be able to please everyone, right? There are people that will go, oh, more lollies, ew, gross, ew. There are people that are going to be like, oh, but I expected so much more for them, right? So how are they going to handle that? And also, yeah, what will be the next white whale after that, right? What will be the next thing that people will always be waiting for? If I were to make a guess, I would say, what was her name? Lucia from the one beta. The big mace nun, right? I think once idols are here, that will be the next, you know, pipe dream. The next constant. What do you mean? Like, people already see the idols? Anyone who's probably has an idea on how much that can... I think it's more of... How do I word this? You'll be surprised at how many people, like, don't really keep up with stuff, right? I'm sure there will be people that are taken aback by it. But I mean, I guess, yeah, we now have seen them in-game at least, so people will be aware of them. But I think it's just the expectations of, like, their kit or whatnot. Or maybe... You know what's gonna be crazy? 3 of them, right? There's 3 idols. If one of them is an A rank and it's the character that you like, ooh, there'll be hell to pay. I'm sure that they're all gonna be S ranks, but it'd be crazy if one of them is an A rank. And then you play the roulette of who's gonna get shafted, right? Let's see, the fire, physical. Oh, this is gonna be the user her team then. Then ice, ether, other side. Okay, so then Miyabi there. 1, 2, 3. Other side we said was ice, ether, so we can go. Where is she? 1, 2, 3. We'll just go brain dead mode. Mash buttons. 1 and 2. They all look like A ranks to you? I don't think so. I'm assuming they're all gonna be S ranks, right? Get the most money from the idol havers. You're hyped for Miku. Oh, the Miku looking girl on the Nets ads. Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah. The one where like she has her finger pointing upwards, right? Where it's like, I'm actually type of pose. Is that gonna be like? Would that be a character? I would like to see them revisit factions in general. You know, like being like, oh, by the way, here's something else. Like, here's Seth's brother, by the way, or something along those lines. A rank support typical. Oh, it's an A rank support. Yeah, I mean, A rank supports have a really good reputation, so I can see that being a thing. Yeah. Officer Yui Void Hunter. Harper Seth's brother. I mean, he sounds really cool, yeah. And also it's a male, so I'm sure people are going to be happy about that as well. Imagine you save for years to get an idol M6, and then you learn that she's an A rank. Well, if anything, then it's like, oh, congrats, it's even easier now. It's always funny, the dilemma of A rank versus S rank, right? On one hand, the excuse is always, oh, but they're an A rank, that means they're easier to get to Mindscape 6. But then it's like, okay, but Mindscape 6 A rank is sometimes like not even as good as a, you know, 0 Mindscape S rank. It's the cope that people say to themselves. But then arguably you could say, well, if you're not willing to use the A rank at Mindscape 6, did you really like them? You know? You said you love them so much you'll do anything to get them, but now you're not actually going to put in the effort? A rank can sometimes be rather difficult to get. Oh, absolutely. That's again, that's why we say never chase A ranks. That's why we have those selector things in the monthly thing, right? S rank remakes of the Cunning Hairs should be guaranteed. I can understand maybe what's her name, Billy as well, because he has that history. Nicole doesn't need an S rank remake. I'll be honest. S rank Nicole is just Nicole herself. Here's the crazy thing. If they do make an S rank Nicole, I feel like her A rank version will still be better than her, right? I doubt they would make S rank Nicole also a support. So like S rank Nicole would be like an attacker or an anomaly or something. And here's the thing. Attackers and anomalies are more likely to get, I don't want to say power creep, but like replaced. It's been a year and a half, or it's been a year now. Nicole still just as good as ever. Doesn't really have a direct replacement. She has alternatives, yes, but nobody does what Nicole does yet. So it'd be really funny to think that, you know, her A rank version would outlast or outshine her S rank, whatever it is. Unless it's like absolutely crazy. All S ranks like Ilmao gets scammed. Actually, Proxy, trust me, I'm really good this time. You have to like pay me more dailies though for my appearance fee, but it's gonna be so worth it. Trust me. I'll probably rediscover his lost. Is it lost memories though that Billy has? Has Billy lost his previous memories? Doesn't he? He still knows everything, right? Like he knows that he was the previous champion. The Sons of Telegram, right? It's just that he's like choosing not to show us or for whatever reason, right? Mockingbird Lycan. Yeah, like young Lycan, right? Time skip Lycan. S-rank Nicole will be exciting, and if they can make it make sense, lore-wise, people will eat it up. Oh, absolutely. I mean, people did that with Soldier Ambi, right? And then Soldier Ambi ended up being not the greatest thing ever, but that's again why I'm hoping that with the more attackers being released now in the form of Seed and Orpheus, that Sammy will have some new toys to play with. At least that's what my hope is, right? We don't really know Nicole for real well. That's true. We just know that she's like from an orphanage, and then we don't know. You know what it is? If we do get an S rank Nicole, it'll be something along the lines of like, oh, Proxy, you see, I actually, because she has all these connections, like actually, I whipped up some behind the scenes stuff with I don't know, the defense force and whatnot to get all this cool new tech. Like for example, she scammed Miyabi, and she's Nicole has gotten her hands on Tailless before, right? She somehow scammed Miyabi to hand over Tailless. Could you imagine? S-rank Nicole is just Nicole with Tailless from Miyabi doing all of this, but it's her instead. You'd like it to be an on-field ether anomaly, kind of like Miyabi, right? Or in a mech. In a mech or next to a mech like a seed? That's a big question. New character Jane is an S-rank support. Her background's a criminal psychologist, so she could support by debuffing the enemies with vicious mockery. You're just shouting at you from the sidelines. Fire physical, ice ether, yeah, same stuff. Nicole with her credit card. 2 briefcases instead of 1. Double the money, double the power, double the accuracy.
噛まれたら痛いわよ。
That one works. So Maya's increase in deadly assault with Nekomata, Trigger, and Nicole is possible. Oh. I'm gonna assume that Trigger is doing most of that work there. Big boy time. Nicole is secretly a fit. That'd be the greatest switch up in history. I was only pretending to be stupid. Haha. If that's true, then that's like the best what's it, cover ever. Double the recoil as well. Let's try and pull it out a global passive, like 25% more Denny's. Actually, yeah. I'll be honest. Hey, sign me up for that. 25% more Denny's. That's kind of reasonable. $25% is quite a lot. Let's be real here. Get him, Karma. Alright, and then me BB side. Speaking of global passes, do I think that we're gonna get one? I still think we are gonna bench, like, in terms of lore, I'm still waiting to see what this whole proxy training arc's gonna culminate to, right? And I think what it might be, if there ever is gonna be global passes, it'll be in the form of the proxies, right? Because they, I don't know, whatever, they've learned some new skills or something like that. I would hope that it's not something based on like a character that you have to pull. Like, corner power creep, sure, that's fine. Power creep at the end of the day is an option, but like making it not really quote unquote pay to win, but like something similar, that's when it gets a bit dicey, you know? You get Bell as a combat agent, you're similar 16 that shit in a heartbeat. I'm assuming that's not going to be like that, right? I assume they wouldn't make the MCs, what's it called, playable characters. That's why I think it'll be just passive, right? Because otherwise then, imagine if the way it works is that either way, right? Either the character that you choose becomes playable or the character that you don't choose becomes playable. Then, like what happens if it's like, oh, but I wanted Bell to be my character, and you can't change that, right? Or unless they give you the option to just like change visually, like they both have the same kit and you just choose who you actually take into combat. Bell would take on the Hollows with the power of being a Joel failure. What's up, Minya? Yeah, it has to be free, absolutely. Like again, similar to what's it called? Star Rail, right? With the Trailblazer. And I think they have been getting... Again, it always feels like they're learning stuff with each game that they make, right? So Genshin Impact, Star Rail, and now Zenless and Zero. It does feel like they always learn from the previous steps, and it feels like in Genshin Impact, as far as I'm aware, the main character, right, Aether and Lumine are kind of useless in Genshin Impact. But then they were like, okay, hang on, the Trailblazer now in Honkai Star Rail actually has some decent stuff, especially as of late with the, not the preservation, but the, not the harmony, the little summon one, right? So maybe then they're gonna learn from that and then be like, oh, what happens if we make in Zenless and Zero? If we do make them playable, what if we make them actually good? Shadow Jane. Shadow Ratina. Ooh. Ether weakness, so let's do an electric resistance. So let's do Miyabi Yanagi. Let's go. Where is she? E2? And then people like that. Saying how floor 7 was harder for you than floor 6 just because of how tanky this stupid enemy is. Oh, Jane. Do I actually have to like pay attention now? Jane's pretty annoying to fight. I'm you, but stronger and dumber and sexier. Even preservation. Yeah, preservation was also nice. Like, I think the only quote unquote bad one was I mean, even then, like the destruction trailblazer was still useful at the start, right? Because you had nothing better. Where are you? Oh, there we go. That Shadow Jane can get miasma shield? What do you mean? She was annoying enough already as is. And now there's this bullshit? Basic destruction one is genuine trash. Hey, come on, I like it. Just at least visually. The rules are meant to be broken. The little bat. I liked it visually at least. Jane is super popular with females. Really? I mean, I feel like Jane is just super popular with all players of Zenless Zone Zero, right? Everyone loves a good old seductress, don't they? And she was probably one of the first, like... Yeah, one of the first and still one of the only, like, real seductresses in the game, right? No one has really matched Jane in terms of her sultry seductiveness. What even is the point of miasma other than wasting time's mechanic? It's to shill, what's it called? Rupture. Oh, what's that? You're having a hard time with this miasma shield? If only there was a way you could do, like, true damage. Crazy, huh? Oh, hey, by the way, have you seen Yi Shen's kit? Again? No! I just want to get you down. No! Yuzo's parry can actually stop the Shadow Jane vulnerability. Oh! Which is actually kind of useful then. Isn't she? I think she is ether resistant, yes. Actually, yeah, then why does she have the miasma shield? You were meant to stop the miasma, not join them. What's up, Mega Man? You missed, well, you missed a bunch of yapping about the 2.2 what's it drip marketing, but now we're just doing what's it called this week's, last week's, I guess, technically speaking, Shiyu defense. Players lied and said that marathon was a good mechanic, yeah. So now they just added to whatever. This is just like, what's it called? Artificial difficulty increases. Yeah, this is literally just like, we can't come up with something better. Ah, fuck it, just throw it. Like, what? Thematically speaking, yeah, what is the point of this boss here? I understand like throwing in other mechs because like, oh yeah, it's to promote this or whatever. But it's just Jane with miasma. Like that's it. That's the boss. They have new bosses, like the Jester and the miasma fiend and whatnot, right? And then yeah, they just like that was my issue, and that's why I got excited for 2.2 initially, because I'm like, oh, new bosses, surely that means like brand new mechanics and brand new stuff. Like I think if I remember correctly, in the dev talk or one of the talks, one of the things that they wanted to highlight was, oh, with the new teams that you have now, or with the new agents, we want people to like change the way that they play the game, you know, change the way that you fight opponents. Maybe you'll have to use specific, oh, I guess what Natalia said earlier was true then. Like, they said they wanted to have, like, using the new mechanics of the characters. And I guess the gimmick here is that you're supposed to use Yuzuha's shield parry thing to, like stop the dash attacks. Is that what they want you to do here, I guess? But at the end of the day, this is still, like, yes, I'm using the new character for this, but it's not really anything special. Evelyn shits on the mice. Oh, with the chain attack, that's true, yeah. Miasma exists as an... Yes, that's the thing though, Zero. It exists as an alternative... Oh, she's still alive! I thought I killed her, so I stopped speaking. Or I stopped playing. Don't get Miasma now all of a sudden. That's the thing though, Zero. It exists as an alternative to inflate HP, right? But then they do it both at the same time, and it's like, well, what's the point then? You know? What is this one again? This is... Oh wait, we're using Yisha. For some reason I was expecting to see Miyabi come out here. I was like, wait, what? What are you doing here? This is the... What is this? Oh, is this a miasma version of the what's it called? Not the Thrashian. The thing from the Haramasa story, the 1.4 stuff. That summons stuff on the ground. I think that's what characters did it multiple times in the attack. I'm extremely good at dealing with it. Oh, miasma, yeah. Actually, do I have enough damage for this? Let's see. Are you guessing that this one would be considered? Well, we don't know. We're trying it out now for the first time. 2.x enemies will probably get I would hope that they get a new gimmick, yeah. Maybe they take 0 damage and a stun. Oh, that would sound horrible. It sounds horrible, but it sounds like something they would do, actually. So did the music stop in the... I'll pick up to this. It did stop. Oh, it's just really stopped. My bad. Yeah, it's evil. That is thrashing. Okay, yeah. You only found for 6 annoying, and that's because Chingy and Chuyen aren't all that good against the big ether guys. Oh yeah. Uh oh, I only have 30 seconds. Ooh, hang on. Are we actually gonna not get this? Unless I get a big stun here. I might not actually get this at all. Unless the ultimate doesn't make damage. Okay, now we got it. She used 6 was 49 seconds or 34 seconds for you. She used 7 was 59 56. So, oh, I mean, that would make sense, right? The higher oh, this was number 7? I thought there was still another one after this. You guys were hyping up number like 6 and 7. I was like, oh yeah, there's still another one after this. Wait, what was number 6 then? Oh, it was because of this guy, I think. This is one you guys were talking about having the beefy stuff. Alright, well, that's Shiyu defense. Oh, let's actually make sure we grab the rewards. Now, time for Deadly Assault. Miasma Priest. Damn. Listen, I'm still gonna go on record to say I think that Yishen's sister is hotter. Even as an ethereal, I still think that Yishen's sister was hotter. And then Notorious Pompey. So what is the gimmick for this one though? When Miasmic Fiend is affected by attribute, okay, so they want you to use wow, they want you to use Yuzo. Who would have thought? It takes 8% bonus anomaly damage from agents, stacking up to 6 times. Activating Miasmic Shield clears all stacks, with each stack increasing the reduction efficiency of Miasmic Shield by 2.5. Wait, what? Activating Miasmic Shield clears all stacks, each stack increasing the reduction efficiency of Miasmic Shield. Oh, okay, so basically do a bunch of anomalies to make it take more damage and make the shield that it gets during the miasma weaker. When agents bait the Miasmic Fiend's ground attack into detonating at least 5 miasma pools at once and avoid being hit by the attack and pull explosions, they will earn 1,700 points. What an odd number! 1,700 points, so that's what? And that's the only way you can get it, so you have to do it like 2 or 3 times to get the full benefit. What an oddly specific number. Pompeii is still the same, right? This is all anomaly. Oh no. This is Notorious Pompeii, so it's chain attacks. So this is blocks, yeah. And then Miasma Priest is also anomaly, right? Wait. Was it always this? Was this always the buff for the Miasma Priest? When it switches phase, their anomaly bolt. Oh yeah, because this was meant to be the anti-Miyabi stuff. Yeah. But let's try out the Miasmic Fiend first. I want to do Physical Ether. Yeah, use her Vivian Jane. Umbrella Goals plus Jane, right? Ooh, what are our buffs? Agent damage increases by 20% and physical damage increases by an additional 20. After inflicting an anomaly, the defense decreases by 10%. After inflicting a disorder, it's further. Oh yeah, we're absolutely going for 1, 2, 3. This explains why we were having so much trouble with Shadow Jane. Aha. That would explain it. All right. Then wait, what do we have? We have 2. We could use. Wait, are you Ether? You are Ether. Okay, yeah, let's use you. Sure. When you're an anomaly, yeah, it does more Ether build up. She has no engine, like your mistake was triggered. Yeah. With only level 1 skills. Oh my goodness. I'm blooming, man. What the hell? Why is it almost dead already? Oh, is it gonna do the thing where it heals, right? Oh no, it's Deadly Assault. I'm thinking this is Shiyu defense. I'm like, how is it already dead? Oh wait, right. It has health bonus. I would explain it.
すぐ終わるわ。しっぺ返し。さあ、フィナーレよ。
Use Esme. I still need to pull the Esme Bangle actually.
私とパイトン様の邪魔をしないで。
Finding these new bosses without playing story first, so you want to play the It's kind of refreshing.
パイトン様のために。
So when does it do that thing? Right? How often does it do? Is it even like? Is this a Pompeii? Or not a Pompeii? A bringer thing where like it doesn't even do the thing often enough for you to actually take advantage of the point stuff? You struggle so much against this boss. You don't understand why you did almost no damage. Anomaly, son. Oh, hello. We just need to put it on here, right? Oh, is it for each one of these? Oh, do you get 1,700 for each of these? Oh, okay, no. It's only that first time. Okay. Oh, I got hit. Oh, no. Okay, no. Oh, that's fine then. Okay, I thought it was only you get the 700 for like that entire phase. No, you can get it 3 times. Oh, okay. That's not too bad. Use her support. Yes, use her is a support. Okay, now I feel bad about getting hit there because that means I probably could have gotten the other 700 points. Oh, that's so much easier then. If each of those count as 1,700. Maybe I'm just dumb and I don't understand that that's how it works. Don't die there. It should all fuck. Ah, okay, that's why I didn't get the other one. I thought it was because I got hit by the, what's it called, the little spike things that she shoots out. Okay, then getting the 5,000 isn't that bad then. Jane. The spikes and Sunday just hurts it. Yes. And it's after the first thing that it does. Okay, that's good to know then. We're slowly but surely learning this boss and how it works. Oh, can we parry the blast attacks? That's actually so cool. I want to try that out then. I'm probably going to mess it up and fail, but I want to try it out just for science purposes. So wait, I can parry the first initial spikes and then the blast as well, right? If I'm not mistaken. It's crazy how they expected to parry the onslaught. Well, again, I think that's why they have users. Like, oh, if only there was a character with perfectly timed parries that could always parry it every single time. So... Oh my goodness, that's actually so busted. Brother, what do you mean? And then I just do that again, right? I don't know if you can parry that second or that like the blast afterwards, but yeah. That's way easier to just parry. We're getting, what's it, mechanic power creep as well? Insane! You'd be interesting on kill the normal characters and your soul is yours. What's that? You want more attackers? Okay, cool. Here's Seed and Orpheus. Go, Kamachi! And then ending on the breakdowns. User today makes it hard to use parry. The DM doesn't die to correctly account for repeatedly holding parry with. Yeah. I do like that. I do like user has parry over, say, somebody like what's her name? Vivian. They both have the similar thing where, you know, part of their basic attack, but at least with user you can kind of do it on demand and, you know, have it active for a while, whereas with Vivian it's like, okay, well, you need to first start attacking like 3 seconds beforehand so that you're in that animation for the 4th attack ready for the dodge, right, as opposed to now. Let's do Pompeii next. Oh, this is absolutely going to be... what is this? Evelyn, right? So Evelyn... Who else do we want to use? Evelyn, Jufufu? Lucy? And then we have Astra, Trigger, Yishan for the Miasma Priest, right? Yeah. Where are they? 1. Where's the Fufu at? 2, 3. They all have their engines, correct? They all have their engines. Lucy's on some weird discs, but it's fine. We should still be able to clear. You just got 1 star, you don't enjoy. Yeah, I mean, again, you only need 6 stars. Oh, don't worry about it. Don't ask about my discs. They're a private thing. Alright, we need to parry these things, right? Yeah, not dodge. Oh, cool attack, Lucy, that you missed. You're so great. You're so cool. Let's actually restart that. I'm so mad that... Lucy, you're great, but when you miss your boar... Oh. Yeah, 6 stars and call it a day. That's... Because I mean, like what? The extra 3 stars is what? A couple of Denny's, right? That's it. That's all it is. We have to parry these mob dodge, so... Okay, where is that attack? Don't you normally do an attack? What the heck? There it is. And once again, yeah, the nice thing about using Evelyn and Jufuku is you get a lot of chain attacks, which means a lot of assist points getting back. Well, when we do get actually our assist points. There you go. When she misses, you feel it in the gut. The poor little Woody, Brookie, and or Grassy feel it in the gut too. They get pelted by Lucy to get sent flying, and they don't even hit the target. Poor little boar gets like sent to Narnia. perfect, Yasuo, yeah, perfect. As you miss your attacks, Lucy. You better hit this now. There you go. That. Almost have a stun ready, so let's just do that. What's the benefit of burying with using her during that miasma phase? You can just dodge, but it's just like less effort. And also parries are cool. How and why are they getting Lucy to do that? Maybe they like it, you never know. Boars are... Maybe they're simple creatures, maybe they just think of it as some fun, you know? Like, oh, we want uppies, we want to get some flying. Yippee! Yay! Here's a real question. Do you think they take turns? Or like, do you think one of them is specifically into getting smacked by Lucy's bat and they're like, let me, I want to be the one. Or they're like, no, it's my turn to get hit by Lucy's bat. No, it's me. That's what I want to know. Kind of weird how that your team setups always finish about 10k performance and performance and such. Don't make it to 2 stars. To be fair, I guess I'm very glad that for that miasma team, the performance points are easily achievable in one. Like I thought it was gonna be you had to dodge all of them in order to get the what's it called? Just one set of 17,000, right, and not just each set of attacks. Because that's what's annoying about Bringer. You can probably never get the full 5,000 points on Bringer. Because if you do, then something's wrong. Because you're seeing 3 hands, essentially. Well, actually, no. It's not. For like the 20,000 points at least, yeah. So, the odds of you actually getting to do all 3 is not very realistic. Alright, and there's another 20k down. And then last but not least, the moaning miasma priest. So turn down your audio if you don't want to hear a woman moaning in your ear for the next 5 minutes. Max HP and ultimate, yes. Who do we want here? We want 1, 2... But Trigger doesn't have her team passive active. It's fine. Lucy's hitting them that hard when they say yes. Imagine if they did say no. So the Celestia Bat Baseball Emperor or whatever it was that her nickname was. Was that one of the... This is a different attack. Oh no, it's just because we're in the corner that it looks like it's a different attack. Well, this is a different attack. I've never seen it do that, where it like stands in place and does a bunch of swipes. Normally it like dashes towards you, doesn't it? For those chain attacks that it does. Or like the string of attacks that it does. Maybe I'm just dumb. It's probably that I'm just dumb. That's also a very valid option. Does Red Marcus get the same treatment as Lucy's balls, or is it a little bit different? I think it's a little bit different. Bangus are probably slightly less masochistic, I think. No, you do get the constant gold counters as well during when it's the bottom. This one here is a constant gold counter. Oh, whoops. You can tell what attack they're about to use based on like the little The four, oh my skill went off for nothing. Based on the 4 skills that they use. Maybe it's I've never seen them use the top right yellow one. Because that was the one where they gave a bunch of counters. Oh, my computer's lag. I can hear my computer about to take off like a jet.
この玉が終点へと導く
Clang, 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 clang. Yeah, get parried, get parried, get parried, get parried. Ultimate 1, but wait. Ultimate 2. This is not a parryable attack. You can't do that though. Or you can't use a defensive assist, but you can't parry it. Show me bottom right. Bottom right is one that can get a lot of parries in. Come on. You know you want to. No, this is one on the floor. AoE. Oh, there's the attacks. There are many Bangbus that decided to walk into the sea. They just wanted to go for a swim. What's the matter with that? Little shark group. Don't go through a dip in the water. We also have our little special attack after this. I want to finish this with the trigger ultimate. Oh, can I finish it with trigger on the floor? No! Oh, actually, that also works as an ult. Oh, hello. Wow, that works as a wipeout screen. I was gonna say, have her doing that over-the-shoulder shot while she's laying down, but that also works. And there's our 9 stars. Well, what is the actual increase from 6 to 9? 50... 70,000... 75,000 dennies. That's it. That's what you get for... what's it called? Doing the extra effort for the other 3 things. Language concept. We've learned that from MP, yeah. Poor little MP getting drowned. We also need to do a bunch of this stuff. Take a photo of the arcade. Do Shriban. I've not touched Shriban Temple at all this past week. My goodness. And then what else is there? Operation Bargain, help Panyan who check this shopping list, yeah. 75k is a single disc leveling up, totally worth it. Yeah, and then you realize that the disc that you level up gets you absolute dog shit substat, so it's like, well, was it really worth it? Cool, flat attack. Times 3, yippee. We have to craft 3 things, right? Do we actually have... Okay, we can craft stuff. I'm gonna craft a little bit, so I can complete the weekly without having to actually send out more stuff. And then Operation Bargain to help Panyan here with the shopping list. Oh, it's this one. Out of Spook Shack and Obol, which team fits Caesar better? Caesar? Probably Obol? And that's not even to say that she fits them well, it's just better than Spook Shack. You've not played the story since 1.6. Can we promise that the gameplay for story mode has become increasingly fun instead of just walk here, talk to this person? Well, technically speaking, yeah, they made a big point in season 2 that they like overhauled everything since it's now different, right? With the whole exploring the hollows. It's like semi-open world, right? Yes, we got a source of blah, 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 blah. Alright, next up on the docket for our weekly stuff that we have to do is our Hollow Zero run. Question is, what do we use for our Hollow Zero run this time around? We've done our Notorious Hunts, Hollow Zero. Yuzuha, Jane, Evelyn. How much of the stuff have we done though for the task force missions? We still need to get some more tactical prison programs for Yuzuha and Evelyn. So maybe we go, that feels okay. Oh, we can go Yuzuha, Jane, Bernice. Yeah, that'll be fine. Because we also need to get some prism upgrades for Jane. So let's go 1, 2, and 3. Yatta! She's so happy. God, please no. So like they tried to hype it up because they were saying like, oh, now it's like semi-open world stuff, right? Where it's basically it's like the what was it? Not the Camellia, the Melanoe Hollow, that one event where we had like the big white hollow, and you explore there. That's basically the story mode of 2.0, right? Instead of a bunch of small instances that you load in and out of, it's one big area that you traverse through. But at the end of the day, it's still just walking from place to place and fight stuff. There is like 1 or 2 new little puzzles that you have to do. That's about it though. Which suit Orpheus and Seed better? Probably, yeah. Arpeggio, yes, that's the name of it, Arpeggio. No, not Arpeggio of Blue Steel, that's an anime. The Arpeggio of Fault, that's the name of it, yes. No worries, Mega Man. You blame the weekly reset. Yeah. The TVs in the story were fine. Here's the thing. Oh, I'm gonna rant about TVs again. The TVs in the story were perfectly fine. TVs in story were planned. They had intent. They had purpose. Take for example, also like side stories. Take for example, Rena. They were there because they were able to tell stories that they couldn't do it in other ways, right? You could never really do POV stories of other people, so they would do it using the TV mode, right? You would pretend to be the old lady walking down the red carpet. You would pretend to be Rena controlling Drusilla and Andella and stuff like that. It had a purpose in story mode. But for the Hollow Zero runs, that was just like, okay, we're just doing it just to like pad time. Yeah, the rescuing the little sweet cakes. Oh, or like Officer Kami North, right? Going back in time to review the video logs to see, you know, little Bangbu being escorted by the one guy and then being hit in the back and then performing that data link. We will never get anything like that again. Like, great example. I'm gonna go pee first and then I'm gonna come back with a full of rage. So, actually, great point. The summer event that just happened now. The story with MP, right? Kami North, his whole thing was oh, we're reviewing the logs to see the truth of what happened. The exact same thing is now happening with MP. What happened? Oh, spoiler alerts. Oh, MP was beat over the back of the head after doing all these good deeds. How do we go back and find it? Oh, we reviewed the video logs, but instead of actually seeing it, we're just told it, you know? Show, don't tell. Imagine if in the summer event we find MP, and like instead of him waking up and telling us, like he's properly unconscious, he's on the fritz. We have to take him to Fairy. We because we're a proxy, we plug into MP. We access his video logs ourselves, and then we see MP from his POV setting up the projectors, and we go, oh my goodness, no, MP. How could you betray us? We're seeing it through your own eyes. POV, we're MP. We're setting up the cameras. We rewind back further, and then we see MP himself setting up that it's actually nice, pretty, helpful images that he wants to help out. And we're like, oh, MP's so good. And then we fast forward again, and then we see, you know, spoiler alerts again, like Willis batting him over the head to like take over, and then it's like, oh. That would have been a great reason to like incorporate, you know, our hacking skills in the Bamboo. But instead, no. We just get a black screen with white text that says, oh, by the way, MP did this, MP did that. And then Willis did this, by the way. Like, bruh. Also, what's up, Runa? What's going on? We're ranting about the loss of TV mode yet again. And we're also doing our weekly Holo Zero run. Yeah, it's a piss full of rage. But what do we need here? We need to grab user health stuff, right? Yes. So you're not the only. Trust me. I feel like this stream, at least specifically, a lot of us here are TV missers. I know it's maybe not the popular opinion, but you're safe here. Don't worry. Let's see, what do we have here? Tackle upgrade. After what is? If you didn't spend gear coins, okay, good. You missed the TV. That's what we're all saying. Like, devil's advocate, I understand the pain of Holo Zero having to do it every single week, right? But they fixed that. Look at this. They revamped it now. But then the story had to suffer for it. And then the goal that like that they still have the TV imagery in like the recent music videos that they put out, or the sets that they have for the live streams. Like, oh, you tease us. It was what made the game unique, right? It's what made the game different from just Honkai Star Rail or Genshin Impact, where you just go up, mash through some text, and then that's it. You get to experience the story in ways that you've never seen before. And now YouTube are complaining about the black screens, white text too. Yeah, exactly. Like, and then what's gonna happen? They're gonna bring back the TVs, and they're like, well, actually, no, actually, we didn't mean this. Like, we had back in the day, you know, when there were TVs, there were never any black screens, right? Black screens with white text, because they would instead explain it via, you know, the TVs. You've seen a lot of people upset who are unhappy that Sambi is being outclassed by Seed. So again, I think people are just being dumb, and they see the same symbol of attack, and they see the same element being electric, and they're like, oh my gosh, power creep. I am of the opinion, and I would love to, I hope I'm not wrong, that I think that they're not going to be, I think they're going to work together well. I think that they are going to actually be really good. Because Sandy has been waiting for a teammate, somebody else to use alongside her, right? Yes, there's Trigger, but like Trigger works with everyone. That's not a good excuse. Sandy has been waiting for another Aftershock teammate to do damage, and maybe this could be Seed. You don't think it's necessarily true. It's been a while, but you wouldn't be surprised to notice the black screens, white text, and story moments. I think they absolutely were, but I think it's more of a... It feels... What is EOS doing just running circles around us? I think it just feels more prevalent now, right? Than back in the day, because the whole point of the TVs were to break it up, right? So you don't have to do it that much. Okay, I'm glad I wasn't the only one that noticed that. EOS just doing circles around us. I was like, oh, what's happening there? EOS, you okay? He's just really excited. He's also getting hyped up about TVs. Also, yeah, it gives us a reason to use EOS. As a, remember, we're meant to be a proxy, but now we're just going into the hollows ourselves. Like, okay. But unfortunately, I think this is also what I'm learning. The zoomer TikTok brain rot mindset is very strong, and unfortunately, TVs are not appealing to that type of person. They just want to get through it as fast as possible. They don't want to have to like slowly move around the board and whatnot. Heaven forbid, you know, you can sit back and relax and take your time in a puzzle. Ironically, it's the same people that complain about that there's nothing to do. Exactly. They don't know what they want. That's the issue these days with the Zoomers. Zoomer hate. They could have made a better story. Because like, I'll go into the hollow myself and fight. Like, yeah, I don't mind that we're going. Ooh, I don't mind that we're going into the hollows, but like, the reasoning is just so dumb, right? We were safe as a proxy. We were never in danger. That's why we use EOS. And then, you know, the 2 times that we go into the hollow, both times we nearly die because we're putting ourselves in danger. It's like, if only there was a way that we could, you know, stay out of harm's way while we do all of this stuff. If only there was a way that we could, you know, enter the hollows and still help out via proxy. I'm taking way too much damage. Oh my goodness. I need to pay attention not to not get hit. Let's lick the ether crystals, yeah. So like, that's why I said that, like, I'm really interested to see how the whole training arc pays off, right? Because apparently, you know, Yishen's trying to prepare us to be able to go into the hollows. But what does that necessarily mean? It's like, so far, our preparation has just been that we can use our ether eyes to show, you know, reveal a pathway. It's like, okay. Reveal pathways, by the way, that our agents could almost absolutely just jump over or something like that. Jade is almost dead, so I need to be careful. Bernice is almost dead. But they are dead. Alright, let's try and let's stop raging and actually pay attention to the game. We got just 15 levels. Oh, absolutely. Like, again, like we were saying, you know, the issue is listening to influences. I know, like, ironic that I'm saying this, complaining about it, but maybe as well it was like the feedback, right? Because I would like to think that what they did was they gathered feedback from those forums and then they went, oh wow, a lot of people are saying that they don't like it. But I'm curious though how many people say they don't like it because, you know, somebody said, oh guys, we shouldn't like this anymore. Oh, it's like somebody made a video about it. It's like, well, okay. Yeah. 6 and 7 as well. 6 I was excited for it because I was like, ooh, it's part 1. Surely it'll set it up, right? Surely 1.6 is setting up something huge in 1.7. And then 1.7 was like, actually, you know, the whole faith in falling from the sky thing, I was like, yo, I am so ready to see where this leads. And it didn't really lead anywhere. Oh, we do have rebuffs. Okay, we're fine. We can afford a 1 death here or there. I should probably also use. I keep forgetting I have resin boot as well. I'm like, what's that R button there? What does that other symbol mean? All right, I have another value. Question about 1.0. Where do you get your feedback from if you've only conducted surveys in the game? Yeah, actually, it's been a while since we've had a feedback from, hasn't it? I feel like they used to be like every other pack, right? But here's the thing, I think it's just, like I said, the overwhelming majority is TikTok brain rot. All the effects, sometimes you can't even tell who you're fighting. Oh, same. Like, I'll be honest, this entire time I've been reading chat, and I just, if I hear the shing, I just press the assist button, and I hope that I parry. I think I remember doing the 2.1. Oh yeah, normally it's like towards the end of every patch, right, that they have one. Significantly increases the continuous attack duration. And now let's increase our EX. Let's grab anomaly. Anomaly path alpha. When Jane triggers assault, increases the whole squad's anomaly proficiency and build up. When other squad members attack enemies inflicted by wound, wound will additionally be triggered, dealing. It's too long to read. I'll take this assault. It has green text. It has to be good. We're not getting so bad. Teachers have to use subway surfers in the lesson board. I really hope that you're making that as a joke, Nova. I really hope that you're just saying that in jest. Crossing the devs have to cater to people who don't play the game. Yeah. It's not a joke. No, you're surely not Nova. Let's reset. Hopefully we get a gear along the way. Yippee! I like that the gear is a little karma here. When heavy attack from assist follow-up hits an enemy, the whole squad's crit rate. Oh, we do not want crit. We want anomaly. Left, down the middle. Karma is the weapon. He is the raccoon bomber, yeah. Perfect timing. I taught them a lesson, the rough kind. Looking at the results, they won't dare try anything like that again anytime soon. That's our Senor Fufu. I'll share some of the sea supplies with you. That's what seniors are for. Let's grab ultimate here. Yeah, I remember like I made one video back in the day about TD mode, and I was like, I'll do one. I'll put my voice out there, my opinion, and I'll just leave it at that. I didn't want to get into the drama of, you know, whether or not it's good or not and stuff like that. I try as much as possible to stay out of, like, I have opinions on it, but I try as much as possible to stay out of any drama shenanigans. I'm like, I just want to enjoy the game. Is that too much of a difficult thing to want? I just hope that the game is fun and I can enjoy it. If you don't, if there's something that you don't like, that's fine. Why do the enemies have shields? That is miasma. It's all technically speaking, it's miasma. Yes, the correct answer is that it's one of the one of the modifiers for Hollow Zero is to give them
フィナ
that
ーレよ
shield. Because this is like difficulty 8, I guess, out of 12.
ごめんね
Green bar, blue bar, red bar, 6. It's the classic Dragon Ball Z fighting game equivalent where multicolored bars, right? Red is always the lowest, then you have green, then you have orange. Purple is always the next one. Actually, that reminds me, I remember back in the day on PlayStation 1, I had, what was it called? Dragon Ball Final Bout. Where there was like a mode, like, not really a career mode, but like there was a mode where it was like a gauntlet of battles, and every single time you beat somebody, they would add a new person, but they would have one extra bar of health. Eventually, it got to a point where like you would still have like only like 3 bars of health, but then the opponent would have like 100 bars of health. So you're sitting there, Teen Trunks versus like, I don't know, Super Saiyan 2 Goku with like 100 bars of health, and you just spam Kamehameha like over and over and over again. Or I guess it's Trunks, so it's Finish Buster over and over and over again. Anyone else here going all in Orpheus? Me! Hello! I'm right here. Skipping Alice, skipping Seed, so I have as much fun as possible for Orphie. And Magus, let's not forget. It's a dual package, you get them both. If it did happen, it'd be the same as 1.0. There are channels that don't even play the game and yet spoke badly about it. Yeah. That's the thing, Alex B. Like, people will make videos about it, but it's like... people will make videos about it, not because they have strong opinions on it, but because they know it'll get them views. They'll go all in on Alice. Probably skip on Oval. Here's the real question though, Nem. Are you gonna get the skin as well? Probably. That's what we all say. I'll skip them. And then we see the animations. Well. And then we see the gameplay. Well. Yeah. And then you play this story and you realize that they're actually really cool and like, well, I know what I said, but did you see their agent story? You think her normal skin looks better? Is it because is it because the summer skin is asymmetric, meanwhile the regular skin is perfectly symmetrical? Feels so strange to run around with a girl in a bikini outside of the beach. What are we gonna grab here? Let's actually just buy everything and then refresh. May as well. Fresh. Normally. Sure. Skipping Alice and Seed. Never thought you were gonna say that when we were first introduced. Yeah, I think a lot of people have maybe been... I think, yeah, people have been flip-flopping now with what they've been saying. I mean, I myself, I also said that I was gonna pull Seed no matter what, right? But now I'm like, well, maybe not. You like the Alice has normal shoes and not heels? Ah, I see. You're taking interest in the feet, I see, man. Maybe you do like Seed after all. You think you'll just get a single copy of Seed and then not worry about the weapon? Yeah, again, because they're both attackers, I would like to say that we probably don't need to pull their weapons, because I mean, you probably have a bunch of different attack engines, right? So again, unless they require something really weird, like a scale off of HP as well, you probably have something that will work, right? Whether it be the Camellia Golden Ball, whether it be Makoto Desire, whether maybe it be Sambi's engine, whether it's, you know, any of the crit damage engines that we have. Like, yeah, exactly, like Sambi's engine, like, what was it? Sambi's engine gives a bunch of crit damage, bunch of crit rate. It gives, like, more crit damage for basic attacks and skills. And then, if there's Aftershocks and Seed's kit as well, you can get the full benefit of Soldier Ambi's engine, right? You're just sick of all the warrior girls wear high heels. That also makes sense, you know. What, like high heels in combat sounds like annoying. Scale, energy, region, HP, and defense. I wouldn't be surprised. Because here's the thing. They probably see, like the devs probably realize, oh, wait a minute. Soldier Andy's engine probably does work really well for Seed. We can't have that happen. We need to have people want to pull for the new engine. We can't have them reusing other engines, right? Where'd you go? High heels in general is really annoying. I remember why do I always go back to stories about school? I'm pretty sure everybody else also had this, but like during the sports day, you'd have the occasional meme races where like it'd be, oh, the teachers race against each other, or like, oh, you know, the students have a relay race against teachers as well, or something, and you'd always have the classic the high heel sprint, the high heel 100-meter dash. Yeah, pretty easy. Yeah, that's another like a good example, right? Which I hope they let us do that. So that's why I also think that Soldier Anby and Seed will work together, so that you have to like choose, right? Like, let's say they work really well together, and it's like, oh, I can just use Soldier Anby's engine. Oh, but I need Soldier Anby's engine on Soldier Anby herself. So that means I'll need to get another engine for Seed. Maybe I may as well get her signature, right? Hello, Pompey. Once again, I need to remember to use my ultimate. I guess you see it as just a replacement or alternative. It'll be interesting to see, yeah. Good lord, where did the health go? Pompey ate it. I'm playing Hollow Zero Max. This is, I think, 8, right? Because that's what you need for all the achievements. Or the little, like the character achievements, right? Clear Hollow Zero on difficulty 8, get enough the little gear things, right? Spin! I'm hitting before you get caught in another interesting conversation / rant. No worries, Mega Man. At the beginning, you thought you could go for Seed if he clueless, goes in you, but now you've only seen William Seed. Reasonable, go! Everything does work if you try hard enough, true. With enough money and mindscapes, anything can work. Except Nekomata. No saving that thing. Probably is, but yeah. Thinking you're playing this daily just for a chance. Exactly, yeah. That's for like the super dedicated people that are like, I'll do anything I can to make sure that this gets the job done. Because honestly, more often than not, it'll boil down to just getting the absolute perfect substats on discs and stuff like that, or mindscapes. You can always wheelchair combo with Nekomata and Astro Nicole, yeah. Let's see, what's the last little setup here looking like? Ooh, okay, there is a gear on the far right. Phantasm Strike. When any squad member inflicts an attribute anomaly, shall enter passion state. When triggering a perfect dodge activating defense persist, passion stream is greatly increased. Placing the passion state with the overload passion state. Ooh, yes please. It has green text, surely it's good. Be able to clear both Pompey and the priest with Ben. This is up pretty easily. Ooh. I will say I'm glad that we haven't gotten to a point where that is no longer possible. The fact that with enough work and effort, anybody can clear stuff, I really enjoy that about this game. As opposed to, I mean, maybe it's not as easy, or maybe it's still doable, but it's just not as easy in, say, like Star Rail, where trying to like clear stuff with quote-unquote suboptimal teams is very difficult because there's not as much you can do, right? It basically comes down to stat checks. Whereas here it's like, well, it's one part stats, one part learning the attacks, one part learning the patterns, one part learning, you know, the kits of your own units and stuff like that. Yeah, we got plenty of points. Let's buy everything out. Why not? Refresh. I don't even know what I'm buying. I'm just gonna buy it. Oh wait, Swindler Boo. Oh, doesn't this boss here spend some coin? I got a sweet deal for you. Invest all your gear coins into the recharge card and you'll get bonus gear coins. Seems that buying the recharge card grants bonus gear coins. Oh well, I guess we can't buy it, so I guess you have to abandon it. Star Rail, you take a break and then you return and yeah, you have nothing. Purely numbers at that point. Do you pass the stat check or not? And even then, like, once you finally clear it, it's not because, oh, I got better, I learned the attacks, I did this. It's just, oh, I finally cleared it because I got, like, you know, the subsist I want. What the hell was that? Joke's on you, Swindler Boo. I have nothing to swindle from. Lucky, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will. Or what's the other of it? What's the other 65? 65% gooning. Now you have an insane current and you're starting to use her as a main because you're not willing to play it as a job, yeah. Sometimes it's just like the E, like sometimes if you wanted the challenge, it's always there, which is nice again, if the option is there. But sometimes you just want to go easy mode and then that's when you whip out the Miyabi, right? The Miyabi Astra Nicole team. Dexterity. When in doubt, whoop the Miyabi. When in doubt, whoop the Miyabi out. Yeah. Is this not the exact same stage we were just? Oh, hello. Yeah, 100% reason to remember the game exactly. Yeah. Oh yeah, the Ben guy. I mean, yeah. Like, if you think of it like this, it's not. Oh, what is it? Yes, M2 does sound like it's not free to play, but if you think of it like this, free to play characters probably by now have like 9-ish pulls. I don't want to say limited SSRs because there's always 50-50, right? But if you've been playing from the start, you probably have like 9 or so, probably more S rank characters. but it's just spread out across like everybody else, right? You got one here, you got one of this, one of this, one of that. Whereas he just has the equivalent of 9, but just all invested in specifically those 3, right? At the end of the day, it's still the same amount of like S ranks pulled. It's just hyper focused on one amount. But yeah, like 6 in this case. But yeah, I'm imagining that's why I said like 9 give or take pulls, because I imagine like technically speaking 50-50, right? So 9 of them, 3 of them are probably off banner because they lost 50-50, so it's 6 total of the limited ones, right? Mathematically speaking. Actually, no, mathematically speaking it would be like 10, I guess. Right? I'm too dumb. I don't have my Excel open, I can't do that right now. Right, last up, El Cristo. Get him! Come on! Like your opponent has 3 really good teams and they complete everything. They start at the 1.4. Oh yeah, like exactly. That's another thing. Like, I know. So I know, like, I don't put up many guide videos, right? I'll be honest. Zenless and Zero is a game that I feel like you don't really need guide videos. Because odds are you can just slap whatever you want and you'll probably be fine. Sure, okay, maybe if you want to like min-max and get like the full 60k maximum points, speedrun everything, that could require a guide, but at least for clearing stuff, like, I like that you can just do whatever and whatever works. It's a lot, I want to say, the game is a lot simpler, I guess, because at the end of the day it's just button mashing. There's not really much complexity to it, right? My weekly news is really easy to look forward to waking up on a Monday. I'm glad to hear it, Nem. Probably unpopular mobile gears, but I didn't know what mobile gear is. I grabbed it because I think it had an option, but yeah. GT strength will work. I wish I could say the same thing about when I have to get up on Mondays. Again, good luck with that load. I can imagine it being loud here would be a bit annoying because then you're just going to hear the moaning of the miasma priest non-stop. What is that, the green one? Miasma priest be like... Jane, like, Miasma Priest really enjoys getting hit by Jane. Which, I mean, to be fair, valid. Living the dream that we all wish we had. Thanks for subscribing, them as well. Oh, hello. Also, like, coming back to again how like the game is kind of simple. Like, I find it kind of funny that there, for some characters at least, there's a bunch of mechanics that like I'm sure are very much intended, but like are never used. Like for example, the whole Bernice thing where you can like sidestep with her while she's shooting her flames. Does anybody really actively use that? I just realized I did it there, but only because I did it by accident because I was holding down the direction keys. Like Billy, it makes sense. Billy's the only one really where I think like you really need to incorporate the whole dodging around while you shoot. Maybe Shuyan as well. But it's just making me think of like what other aspects are there? Like how many people actively use that little Vivian thing where she gets an extra point if you can time that perfect dodge in her chain attack? This is the parries. Oh, this is everything. My bad. And sometimes help with grouping, but it's just a nice addition, yeah. I mean, I like that the option is there, but it's like, really? That. They also built a Ben team because they needed a fire team. And don't like any of the fire units but Ben. The one that they like is the best one at least. So that's a good thing. It's because Ben is always bigger. Yeah, exactly. You have seen some maniacs out there that milk the characters for every singular part of their kit. I mean, valid, you know. If you're gonna use them to their fullest. But you know, it's a lot of effort for like very little gain. Right side, Manasseh looks like fire. Looks to be fire. Also fire element. Get it? I was okay. Having just said that, you know, making fun of, you know, all the small stuff. Yishen, I almost called it Shuyan. Having all, like an encyclopedic array of attacks is kind of cool. Just because of the fact that it gives the option, right? Like, sure, I won't go and min-max for everything, but the fact that you can't, I just like the fact that you have options and you have choices, right? I like that there's the freedom that if you want to do it, you can. As opposed to Astra, where you pretty much just press one button and that's it. That's the character. You want Zenless and Zero to move away from the Genshin and style. Oh, where you just like stat check everything. Oh! Okay, let me block in for this last little sliver of health that I have to do here. It activated its miasma shield on like a sliver of health. Oh my, I have to bear through this. Okay, no, I still took it out. I was like, if you go like the final stand essentially with miasma shield. But yeah, like, whoa, what's happening over there? It's not as bad with like the whole ultimate spamming of Genshin Impact. Like at least things can fight back here. But yeah. I do miss that one, or is it, what did we call it? The defense node. Not the Shiyu defense mode back in the early game where we were still weak. When, you know, if you actually got hit by those things, you would die, and yet clear it without having anybody go down in battle. Before we had this, back when your only shield was Ben. Back then. And you had, and that gave you crit as well, so it was like the best thing available at the time. I know, yeah, let's do these little task force stuff. Why do we not have, oh, Alice isn't available yet. We've done this. The rest as well. Are we forced to use these? Oh no, these are our own, right? We also needed the new tower, yeah. We'll save the tower for another time though, probably. Started in 1.2 and Caesar was your main DPS! Damn. Struggling out there. There we go. I've unironically never lost a character in insults, so they can fight back is a bit of a stretch. Mainly it's like in terms of like delaying you and stuff, right? Also, damn, calm down, user with her umbrella. Endgame in Genshin is definition of misery. Really? From what I've seen, yeah, it's again. It's been years since I've last played Genshin. Like, I don't even know. I think I tried it once after, you know, dropping it the first time, then I dropped it again. But like, from what I understand, it's 90% of the time is, or 99% of the time is just preparation to get the correct amount of like energy and whatnot. So that when it comes to the actual battle, all you do is you just press ultimates and you loop them around, right? Because you've got all the energy regeneration, you've got all the reactions and stuff like that, right? You have to clear your first year with one Anton team. Oh, back in the day when people were rocking Anton for DPS. Those are the days. I will say, I really like. I mean, it makes not just because it's, you know, a brand new game, but I think games like this are their greatest, or just games in general, are their greatest in like that first month that they release. Yes, one part of it is, you know, the honeymoon period where, you know, it's new. You haven't gotten tired of it yet, but also because of the fact that the meta and stuff like that hasn't been solved. Back when you're flopping around just trying random bullshit because nobody knows any better, right? Back in the day, we were running around with, what was it? Yeah, we were using Anton DPS because we were like, I don't know, we didn't realize that he was bad. We had fun with it. There's still no bros that use... I'm glad that you refer to them as bros as well. They truly are bros if they're still using Anton. Ugh. We didn't need to get this S rank, did we? Oopsie. Too much yapping, not enough fighting. Maybe getting it. Oh, actually, yeah. If there, speaking of, if it is a what is it called? If one of them is a scaling off of attack, or no, sorry, if one of them as an attacker is scaling off of energy regen, Anton's engine provides energy regen. That'll be the craziest like reclaim to fame if Anton, not himself, not the character, but Anton's engine becomes like meta somehow and actually viable. What is it called? The drill rig, big red axis, right? His bro lives on, but not him. Assist damage checks for whales right now. If your free to play kind of been scraping up, which is ooh. Little Nintendo Switch man, little jester. Oh yeah, because I remember I played Genshin Impact when it first came out, and I was like really into it and stuff like that. But then, what was it? It was in that first banner, the child and the Zhongli patch, and child was the first banner, and Ning Wong was the featured A rank, and that was back in the day before we all realized that you should not chase A ranks. I remember on that banner, on that patch, I was like, ooh, I like Gio. I want to pull for Ning Wong and then Zhongli. First half is Child or Tartaglia. And I was like, let me get a couple of copies of Ning Wong. I really like her. I want to get her to, what was it? Constellation 6. I got 2 copies of Ning Wong and I got like 3 copies of Child. And I was like, well, shit. I hate this. I'm gonna drop. I stopped playing the game because I was like, I don't have any more primo gems for Zhongli, so let me just stop playing altogether. Played Genshin for 2 months before getting into Zenless and Zero. You banned it in Sumeria. Oh my goodness, yeah, Sumeria. I've heard not good things about it. Ningguang, dude, Ningguang and was it Beidou? Those were the two that I used, regardless of whatever Tielis said back in Genshin Impact. Oh, we can use anybody here now. What do we have to do here? It's the big mech. Each cost of EX special grants 2,500. Each cost of Umbrella Smash grants 1,500. Maximum points 10,000. Let's just do this then. Let's go brain dead mode. Where's Nagine? Where this? The fact that Battle Cats is a better gacha system. You sat here with the M1 poker, the cat dislikes you. I mean, hey, you can slowly buy her out in the shop at least. Slowly but surely. We get plenty of pulls per pack. I also, if I'm not mistaken as well, I think maybe it's also just now that it's been like, what, 5 years, but if I'm not mistaken, Genshin Impact, it's not just that you get less pulls, but it's also like, there are a lot of banners. Like, I think, like 3 banners per patch or something? Or sometimes there's like 3 banners at a time, or something like that. Either way, basically, long story short, the pull economy is not very good in Genshin Impact. Oh, and let's say you do want to try and get some extra pulls. Oh, what's that? Oh yeah, sure, just go and explore this open world for like 5 hours and just climb rocks for, you know, hours on end. Have fun. Sometimes, you know, sometimes open world isn't necessarily a good thing. And so many A ranks. Oh yeah. I mean, maybe arguably that's like one of the nicer things about Genshin. Like, at least they introduced more A ranks, which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing, right? Because then there's argument that some of those A ranks could have been cool S ranks instead. Couldn't get any of the ones that you liked yet. Open world is equal to Walker Simulator. Exactly, yeah. Like, I'll be honest, I think Genshin got really lucky that people liked Breath of the Wild. If it weren't for Breath of the Wild's popularity, I'm genuinely curious how many people would have liked Zenless Zone Zero. Oh, not Zone Zero. Genshin Impact, right? People called it anime Breath of the Wild, even though technically speaking Breath of the Wild is arguably already somewhat anime. It's got loads of those that you didn't want and no Mindscape's the one that you did want. Where? I think it's 25,000, okay. COVID as well, that's also a good reason, yeah. Breath of the Wild at home, exactly. Tinfoil hat time. Wait a minute. Do you think that MiHoYo planned this? But I think also, yeah, because for a mobile game, again, technically speaking, Genshin Impact is a mobile game, right? But I remember, you know, during the year of COVID, that's also when everybody started upgrading their PCs and whatnot, because they were like, oh, well, if I'm going to be working from home, I may as well get a nice, better computer, right? And even though it is a mobile game, I think it was really convenient that it being on PC as well, which is like kind of relatively new for mobile gacha games, right? And they were like, well, actually, hang on. It's a free game with a big open world. Hang on a second. And it works. It looks really good on a computer, all things considered, even though it is a mobile game, technically. Self-anime simulator, yeah. They would never, right? Really not.
そろそろ怒りますよ。
A big corporation capable of like investing in nuclear reactors, surely they aren't capable of doing nefarious things behind the scenes.
勝利を上となし、討論はこれに次ぐ。やっ、お気の毒様。
First time you had fun with Genshin was when you started playing, and that's because you kind of got because I'm not gonna level up unless I need to. Oh yeah. Like I said, back when the game is fresh and you don't have like all the OP stuff. People didn't realize Bennett was good. You know, people still would run Barbara because it's the only form of healing that you would have. You're flailing around, struggling. But then when you do finally beat whatever it is that you're beating, it's like, oh, I feel good about it now. Because I got better and I learned. And not because I just followed the guide. I'm like, oh, just use this and it's easy actually. When you step on the rock of no return, exactly. Run away, Yusaha, run away! Oh, Ezra just gives you some more. Just a little bit of XP. Alright, and then there's still the Jufufu and the Yishen. Shadow Hugo! Yo! What is our little buff here? After she activates offensive assist or special attack, she can quickly chain into the 4th hit. Okay. And basic attacks do 40% more days. What are you forcing us to use here? These 3. Oh, Evelyn. I thought that was Yishen for some reason. Crybu. Oh, because we have 2 fires. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, like for example, so as you probably noticed if you've been looking at the channel a lot, but one of the other gacha games that I've been recently getting absorbed into is Uma Musume. And when the game first comes out, it's really cool. Nobody knows what they're doing, you know. Everyone's finding out the hard way about like, oh my goodness, gold chips are so annoying to train. And you know, nobody's pulled the absolutely broken Kita-san Black card that's like, oh my gosh, it's meta for the next 2 years and whatnot. But now that, like, you know, it's been a week or 2 or almost a month now actually, and people have figured out the game, now people are less talking about like the story and the characters, and now it's like, oh, my min-maxed run is like, I'm failing the 2%. It's not optimal. It's like, man, what happened to enjoying the ride? Now it's all about your 2% failing and min-maxing and stuff like that. Still cannot believe that Seed was a Segway girl. She's a mall cop, yeah. You like the game, but you did all the stories. You want to see read more. That's why here's a secret. I'm a filthy re-roller. I re-rolled during the Kida-san Black Banner, but the reason for that is it's less because of meta. I mean, I kind of is meta, but now the fact that I supposedly have a good support card for the next 2 years, that means I have more carrots to spend on rolling for the characters. Because I really enjoy like reading through the different stories. Because I'll be honest, the stories in Uma Musume they're kind of better than some of the stories here in Zenless Zone Zero. Maybe because it's like, maybe it's because a lot of the stories are technically speaking inspired by real actual horses, so it's really cool. It's what's it called? See how they reenact those stories in an anime horse game. Afterwards, you were happy you leave. You didn't want to grind the 1%. Oh, for the little sparks. Oh, I literally pulled Mayano Top Gun earlier today, and I started her thing, but I need to actually clear it because I failed. Because in like 3 of her long races, Super Creek showed up, and Super Creek is like a demon in long races. So I lost all of those races. Say what you want about Hugo, but his theme, oh, absolutely. Hugo's theme is absolutely one of the best. Those horns, those trumpets. Oof. Astra. The fun thing is seeing the Japanese Uma trainers seeing the absolute unhinged Uma Musume streams and not having nostalgia. And having nostalgia of when they started, yeah. You only get to experience the game once. Oh, wait, what? You only get to experience it the first time once. Super Creek the Super Freak, yeah. It's actually so funny. So this morning, right? Yeah, this morning, we all got essentially two temples for free from side games in Uma Musume. And I thought to myself, let me do a cheeky temple. Because I do need some new characters. I only had like, I think 6 at the time. Or maybe 7. And then out of that temple, I was like, I just hoping to get somebody new. I got Mayano Top Gun, Super Creek, Mihono Bourbon, and a 3-star Uma Musume out of nowhere. I was like, I'll take it. Cheeky temple, free 3-star. Yippee! When the game only focuses on endgame and everything else is just filler, fanbase does tend to focus on being. Yeah, that's true, yeah. That's why I'm so sad again that, you know, it feels like they are really starting to neglect story more and more. Like, I mean, again, as an example, we're not getting as many agent stories, right? Ooh, the fact that Orpheus is on the second half of patch 2.2, I'm hoping that either she gets a dedicated agent story or that the main story of 2.2 involves Orpheus enough, right? That she's actually relevant. Please don't be like, please don't be like 2.0 where Jufufu does have an agent story, but it's like super, super short and stunted. And then she never gets much limelight in the actual story. The fact that Ellen got a story on a rerun had your hopes up that every agent's gonna... Clueless. Clueless. Maybe, you never know. If somebody ends up becoming popular... I think the only reason why Ellen got that agent story is because they knew that they had the skin for her, and they probably knew by then that they were going, or that they were planning on reworking her. So they were like, okay, well, let's get this ready, right? Also, yeah, Ellen was like, arguably one of the, like, her, what's it called? She is arguably still like one of the poster childs of Zenless Zone Zero. Like, remember Mo Truck of Fire? The song, it isn't even technically speaking an official song, but like, that has a bajillion views, right? And that's probably how many people learned about Zenless Zone Zero, right? Give us a Shuyen skin. That's what I'm saying. I would kill for a if they ever do make a Shuyen skin, I'm absolutely getting it. You just like the change of moving the end stories to the main story. That's what I was also saying, yeah. Especially because also then it makes it so that like when their patch does, or when their banner does start, it's less, you know, like exciting, I want to say, because it's like, well, I already, you know, we already seen their story early on, like at least beforehand when their new banner would drop, it's like, ooh, let's play this story, let's see how it is, and then we can pull for them as well. Wait, what? Oh, I didn't use the basic attack. Oh. See. The picture from the story of Trigger had such a good skin possibility, which... I'm trying to remember the picture of... Oh, yeah. Of like her and her old crew. I'll be honest, I'm still like even right now, like you can see I'm like half paying attention to the combat. I'm still interested in Zenless Zone Zero mainly because I really like the characters at least. Oh, the cargo pants, yeah. We need to use... What is the special attacks we have to use? Because the combat has gotten a lot... I mean, it's a point where I have Miyabi now, so... I guess maybe I'm the problem, right? I could easily just make it a challenge for myself. But the fact that I can just turn my brain off and chat with you guys, I like that at least. Oh yeah, when they drop stories, buy our waifus, exactly. And it works. I will say, yeah, the story is a little bit better now at least. Like, 2.1 did have the, like, Alice and Yuzo's thing together again. But at least Alice and Yuzo both had their times in the limelight in the story. And I'm gonna assume the same is gonna happen in 2.2. But we'll have to wait and see. Have I done everything here? Use basic attack, Tiger 7 forms. What is this attack? Tiger attack 7 forms. Flaming Claw. Is that not what I've done? Do I just need to do like the regular? Huh? Flaming Claw. Oh, Flaming Claw, Blazing Whirl. Whoopsie. Oh, wait. If might is above 100, pressing basic attack again. So... Wait, what? After she launches the 4th hit, if might is above 100, pressing basic attack again. There we go. This is the little hollow... Not the hollow zero, but this is one of the hollow things, right? Where you use their little gimmicks and whatnot. It's the little, like the gear attack, I guess it's called, right? You like character action games and the character stories are great. Devil May Cry gotcha game. There we go. I think there's one left, right, for Jufufu. And then we have the Yishen ones. Each cost blah blah blah. Oh, now it's just to get a bunch of points, right? What do we have to do again? Blazing Wall grants 3,500. Each cost a 4-hit enhanced basic attack. Okay, so we need to get 100 might and then use her little shenanigans. 3. Snap. Crackle and pop. Why is Jufufu getting the new gimmick instead of other characters? That is weird. Yeah, that like every single patch now. I mean, Yuzo and Alice as well. Every new character that comes out has been getting gear for Hollow Zero as they release, which is kind of like, do they need it? They're already fresh and brand new. Why do you need to make them like fresher and brander and newer? You and then you. Like, remember when it would be people like Evelyn or not Evelyn, like Ellen or like Billy or Corin getting A rank or getting gear in Hollow Zero? People like to eat fresh bread from the bakery. I mean, it's already fresh. Do you need it to be fresher? Run away, Fufu! Blazing wool. Still waiting for Corin to get the vacuum. That's like I still thought, and maybe it is, but like I thought that all of the gear nonsense was gonna be them test running the potential upgrades or the buffs that they would give for older characters. Like, if not, then, you know. And honestly, the fact that they're only giving the new characters these gears now, maybe they're not gonna do that anymore, or like they're not gonna plan on upgrading anymore, because like very clearly gear has gone from what could have been, you know, testing out new upgrades. It's become just shilling the new characters more and more. Ooh, yeah, the vacuum for shield, so you can just scoop up all of the enemies in the first wave.
そんなものか。民謡創生。命ずる。脆いな。
Gen. And then another ultimate. Oh, they're just going to go new. All I want is Corrin to be able to use her little chainsaw, like pizza cutter thing, riding it around in the hollows or in the exploration thing. Let me explore with that. Let me ride around in the overworld in New Eridu like that, or in 6th Street. Corrin can outrun all the horse wheels, exactly, yeah. Alright, and then last but not least, we have 3 Yi-Shen challenges here. A quick assist is replaced with EX special attack, Qingming Eruption, Break. Ooh. I mean, we're already using this, so let's just go with that again. Devil Boo. If this is Genshin, you'd have to... Oh, right, because, yeah, a lot of the parts of Genshin stuff is like... They add stuff purely for exploration, right? Like, I remember every now and then... I think it was Sumeru, right? The Dendro region. Where I think somebody had, like, a thing where they just jump straight into the air and they, like, zipline or something. I remember people were getting hyped out about like that. They were like, yo, we can walk around the overworld faster with this. I'm like, really? People are getting hyped about movement? I understand why since base movement is... Oh, absolutely, yeah. I think, again, that's probably what they do is they make it garbage on purpose. So it's like they make the walls and the mountains bigger, the expanses larger and stuff like that. One, so they could be like, oh, look at how pretty our open world is. And two, so they're like, bet you wish you had a surfboard or something now, don't you, huh? Wish you had like a little flight machine or something, huh? Oh, it's these things. Oh, like the other thing I remember now is like back in the day, like just reminiscing about like how we used to struggle back in base Zenless and Zero. Remember when the twin marionettes were a threat and it was like you had to really put in the effort to be like, oh, I need to make sure that I get them low at the same time. And then when the one would revive the other and it's like, oh my goodness, it's over. Now it's like, who cares? If you accidentally kill one too fast, just nuke the other one. But back then it was like, okay, I need to damage this one, then I have to damage that one. It's a delicate balance. Gotta make sure they don't revive. Alright, this is big boy Sonic, right? Little frog that wants to spin around. Yeah, back when we were limited at level 40s, yeah. When we were still struggling to up our, what's it called, our internet level. Where is this big boy? Hello. That's half your health already gone, what the hell? Please don't put up your miasma shield. Please, I beg of you. Astra's your least favorite character. You just push a button and you get... Yep, exactly. That's why, like I said, I'm glad that for Yuzuha at least, they specifically were like, okay, let's make her... You actually have to switch to her and refresh her skill. I mean, even then though, to be honest, Yuzuha as well, to an extent, you can kind of just use her skill and forget about her for the most part. Because that little debuff thing lasts pretty long, 30 seconds. That's a lot of time. 1, 2, 3. Again though, I will still say that technically speaking, even though Astra herself is just press one button and like forget about it, at least she does enable the other two to have like the quickest spam, which is kind of cool. So like she, as a support would, she makes the other two characters a little bit more interesting to play. But she herself, yeah, is sort of nothing. To be fair, you don't expect support to have interesting gameplay, especially since Astra makes it... Yeah, exactly, like... At least it enables the other two to have some fun, right? Like, say what you will, that busted team that everybody uses, right, of Miyabi, Yanagi, and Astra. Technically speaking, a lot of that is mainly because of Astra. Even though she's just like press one button, the fact that you get those free quick assists is pretty damn huge. And like, how do I word it? The existence of Astra makes certain other teams just become possible. Or like exist entirely. Because of the fact that you can spam quick assists between the two of them, right? Yes, technically speaking, she herself is kind of meh, but at least she allows new types of gameplay, right? Just not like that bad. I think we only need 25,000 for S rank here, right? Next rating S, yeah. But I think though, once we get this S rank here, I assume we will get an S rank here, right? But once we do, that's probably where we will call it a stream. As I do need to wake up a little bit early tomorrow morning to head out to my local game store. I gotta get some practice in. Actually, yeah, it's actually shocking how much little practice I've been doing, considering I'm going to like Worlds for Pokemon in like 2 or 3 weeks time from now, and I have not been doing as much practice as I should be. But there we go. Am I gonna play the solo leveling gacha when it hits PC console? Probably not. As fun as things are, I feel like juggling more and more gacha is just asking for a death sentence. But there we go. All rewards claimed for all 3 of these. Alice comes out in 10 days and we can try it out then. Let's grab our rewards. Oh, the background music stopped? Oh my goodness. That. This. Card database. That's everything, right? Up here. These task force missions. So we did Jane's. Still did not get Yuzuha's. Oh, we made some progress though. How was our funds looking for the inevitable, what's her name? Orpheus and Magus. These. How dire is it? 49. Let's call it 50. 60 pulls. It's a good thing we have plenty of time to save across both Alice and Seed's banner, huh? But I think that'll be it for today. Before we head off though, I know exactly how to end off. We gotta teleport over to Fantasy Resort. Also, yeah, this is gonna be a lot of event pulls as well, so it's not all. I'm sure I'll be able to save up enough for Seed by then. Also, shout out to poor Matt, dude. Dog, like, out of all Theorans to become like to get a shirtless beach skin, it's this guy. Not Lycan, not Kimono, not even Ben. It's this guy. We got the male Theron in a swimsuit, but it wasn't the one that we wanted. But what better way to end off than come on, where get it? Up. There it is. From a shirtless Evelyn, a pulcra beach skin would go hard. I mean, we've already seen that people like pulcra based on that one promotional video of her getting the also, actually, speaking of that pulcra body massage, whatever happened to that mysterious girl that gave her that massage, right? I thought that they were gonna adapt on that and be like, ooh, secret pulcra past, you know? Maybe it's somebody that she's known before. But no, it's just, don't worry about it. But otherwise, though, that's gonna be it for today's stream. Wait, they did touch on it? When? Where? Oh, in her trust stories. Ooh. Spoiler, I have not done trust in ages. Like, I've been leaving these girls on red the entire time. Look at them. They're all just like stone cold face. Have I even done pulcras? She's smiley face, but not anything more than that. I'm leaving them all on red. But, alright, I think that's gonna be it for today. Hopefully you all have a good rest of your Saturday. Have a good rest of your weekend as well. And until next time, bye-bye! Alright, I forgot I can do this as well. I can wave. I keep forgetting that I have this on my model. Bye-bye!